episode. Let's see, we're up to 64. You know, I'm
Time
getting to
goes
be.
by quick.
Yeah, I'm getting to be kind of a professional at this semi. No live joke. Let's see. I was looking for some of the chat. Wait, and why do I have this in playing in my ear?
Matters episode.
Never mind. That was rookie move in my ear. All right. Let's see. Is that you? Cody Apps is your. I keep hearing. I hear me. I hear me playing.
Yeah, he's got to mute YouTube that he's got open too.
Yeah. Do you have YouTube open? I'm sorry.
Right.
Because I have mine muted.
Cody Apps is your. I keep hearing.
Test. Still hearing me.
Yeah, he's got to mute YouTube that he's got open too.
Yeah. Do you have YouTube open? I'm sorry.
Is that me talking?
Yeah.
There. Yeah. Cody Apps. Look on your YouTube. One of your YouTube windows. Hit the mute because the delay is on there because it's gone now. Yeah. Yep. See, it's still on.
Is that me talking?
Yeah.
Do you hear it?
Look on your one of your YouTube windows. Hit the mute because.
So Cody Apps, just look on YouTube. One of your YouTube windows is you need to hit the mute because
I feel like I'm on echo right now.
Yeah, well, it's off now, right? You're not hearing an echo.
No, still sounds good.
Let me double check. Cody Apps to see if he's back.
No, Cody Apps, just look.
No, he's still hearing YouTube.
I feel like I'm on echo right now.
Well, let's see if he can sort it out. Yeah, one of the things when you got YouTube, you'll have this streaming apps will play fine, but if you have one of the windows in YouTube, it will give you that echo, which is about a 10-second delay, Blue, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, let's see. So he's getting back. I'll pull him back in just a second. It looks like device not connected, so let him get sorted out. So, welcome everybody for the show. I seen Rich and Shrinking Sharon. She was one of the early ones in here. Tribalize, he's been in here. Rich, thanks. So Marvin, it's Marvin. Donnie Senior, it's not Senior, it's Senor, because I think I said Senior before and he said it was incorrect. DJ Themes, what's up? Gerardo, was that Gerardo? How do you say that, Blue?
It's probably Giorgio.
Giorgio, that's what I meant to say. All right, let me add him to streams. Oh, he left again. Bass, what's up, bud? And I saw TK in the chat and Cobra. If any of you guys want to join in on the show, let me know, and I will add you in here. Let me add Kodiapps. Okay, Kodiapps. I don't hear YouTube.
Yeah, I finally figured it. I blame Twitter. Sorry about that, fella.
Fucking Twitter. So, but hey, today I will say one of the things that's a little bit different for this is actually I'm streaming on my Facebook page too. So this is kind of neat. I'm gonna stream on both. We'll see if any of my Cody, or I should say my Facebook friends will say, what the hell is this stuff? Carl, sorry that you're so tired and he's hit the bed. He was hoping to be on, but it looks like he's tuckered out and he will not be on the show today. Sorry, he's in the bed shattered. So thanks for everyone jumping in here. We're going to talk about a few subjects. I'll give us a few more minutes for people to trickle into the show before we get started. But I want to just thanks Blue for coming on. Thanks Cody Apps, it's been a while since you were on one of my shows.
Well, I came to say hello on your birthday, mate. So I had a quick hi on that one. But it has been a while since we've done a one-on-one, that's for sure.
Yeah, you did on I think it was my last birthday, which my birthday, I'd let everybody know, is just a little under a month away. And if anybody's watched my birthday shows, you never know what may go on one of my birthday shows. If you were here for the last birthday show, a lot of people had a really good laugh. Lots of people had a good laugh. I mean, it was dancing, the worm. We had Charles that came in, thought I was fighting with somebody. I did what's that other dance? Was it the floss?
Yeah.
I was flossing, which I was flossing like a boss, if I say so myself.
You sure were.
I'm sure that other people would say that I wasn't flossing like a boss. But that's November 2nd is my birthday. I'm not sure. I might do the show on the 1st, which I think is Friday. So I might do the show on the 1st. Everybody that knows me knows I don't take myself too seriously. I'm here to have a good time. I'll laugh at myself as much as anybody else will. Because life is too short to take yourself too seriously. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're taking life too seriously. So enjoying life. And so come November, probably November 1st, we'll have that live show. And I might break out the snowman outfit.
Oh, God.
I just might. I've got a couple other outfits that I actually collected this year. I might break out some of those. Who knows what might happen? We'll see how much beer I have that evening. And speaking of that, I'm going to have to get a beer here soon because it's Friday night and Cody Apps might be drinking. I don't want him to drink alone.
Yeah, appreciate that, mate.
So let me glance through here to see if anybody has messaged me on the Telegram. I don't see anybody that's asked me. Again, if anybody wants to join the show, I will send you a link. You can send me a message on Telegram, and I'll do my best to pay attention to that. Sometimes I don't look at Telegram, and I don't see the request. I get busy doing stuff, so who knows? So I might be able to, if you want to jump on the show, we can have 6 people on the show. Talk about whatever. The couple subjects we want to talk about today would be Cody Apps. We're going to talk to him and some of the projects he's working on. And then we're also going to talk about Wako. There's been some updates to Wako. I'm going to mess around with Wako live on the show. We'll see it. If anybody has looked at that app, it's a very cool app to be able to launch movies and TV shows right from your Android device, your phone, and directly to your Kodi setup. So I'll mess around with that and we'll set it up. So let's see. Looking through some of the comments. Oh yeah, Kara wants to see the outfits. Yeah, we see lots of people want to see the snowman. People love the snowman. All right. Oh, I will. Kara. Thumbs up, thumbs down for the Joker. I've seen that they've people saying they walked out of the theater, which to me is, I don't know. I think that's a bunch of BS. If you walked out of a movie because it was too violent, you knew what you were going there to see, and all of a sudden it's too violent. I can't believe that. So thumbs up or thumbs down on that, Kara, because I am going to wait for that to come out at home before I watch it. Have either of you two seen the Joker?
No, not yet. I don't know if I even want to see it, actually.
Oh, no, I'm up for that, but I've not got around to it yet.
Yeah. I definitely want to.
It looks too dark for me.
Yeah, it is, but I know
the
me.
trailer's fucking depressing.
But to me, I like a little bit of that escape kind of thing to pull away from it and be a little something different. It's just Kara says, let's see, it was quite disturbing.
Spoilers.
So disturbing.
Yeah, big shocker there.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything Joaquin Phoenix does is disturbing.
Yeah, and I could believe it being pretty dark, and I could see it being a pretty heavy movie. We'll see. I do think that sometimes I think people get a little dramatic with I walked out of the theater. I'm thinking to myself, if I paid $8 or $9 to go see a movie,
you're going to watch it.
Popcorn and drink, I probably went out to lunch or dinner before I went there. So I've invested a lot before I even get there. I mean, and Blue knows I'm pretty cheap. And I've invested that much, even if it's a matinee.
Hey, I got through friggin' Alexander with Colin Farrell there, and that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I laughed during it when you weren't supposed to laugh because it was so bad, but I never walked out.
Yeah, you're not gonna walk out. You pay all that money, you're gonna let me watch it to the end, whatever.
I don't think the people around us appreciated us laughing though.
Yeah, well, people get a little bit up. And I lost Kodiapps. Let's see if he shows back up in a second, because I do want to talk about some of his projects. One of his projects is playing on my back TV, but you can't see it. And I tried doing some things to get it to play. It's a screensaver app. Let's see, adding to the screen. All right, Kodiapps, you're back. All right, so I'll let you talk for a second since I've blabbered on for 10 minutes. So what projects have you been working on, buddy? I know that you've been a go-to website for a lot of us Kodi hobbyists, that you've been, your website is one of the ones we go to for information, as well as finding the repo or information about certain apps or APKs or add-ons. So what you been working on?
Certainly the first thing I was working on, obviously, Kodiapps, and I've always built something that for myself first and foremost, and if other people like it, hey, that was great. So Kodiapps was a good first project, and it's still sort of my go-to, and it's still my hobby. As of late, for the past sort of 12 months, obviously APK times taken over quite a bit of my time as well. During that time, I've picked up, obviously, I've got a lot of followers on Facebook, Twitter, and obviously Telegram's going well for us as well. So it's a bit of a sort of thank you. I've just been developing some screensavers as of late, and I've just been sort of playing around with them. And I'm just in the stages now of putting them live on the Play Store. Some of them, as you know, have already gone live. And it's just some free apps, just for a bit of fun and a bit of a thank you to all my followers and supporters. And I just want to sort of try and get those out there a little bit and let people have a play with them and have a little bit of a fun and see what they think to them.
All right. I'm going to try to, hold on a second. I'm going to try to share my screen. Let me remove, hold on a second. That didn't work out so well. Let's shit can that screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the Facebook or the Google Play, so we can actually see that while you're talking through it. So let me hold on a second. Let me try to share my screen again. Allow, remember my decision. Entire screen, allow. Okay, all right. So I think we're hung up on me. If everybody see.
Yeah, we can see that.
Yep. All right. So this is as you can see, the screensaver quiz, and this is available in the Google Play Store.
Yeah, this is a bit of fun myself and my wife had, and we were just looking for a sort of screensaver. We're the same as you. We've got an NVIDIA Shield there, and just and getting a bit samey with Google Earth and the like, and we just thought, well, why can't we just have a bit of fun? And we couldn't quite find something that was quite what we were looking for. So what I tend to do when I find something I can't find something I'm looking for, I'll build it. Mm-hmm. So I put this together. My wife sort of chipped in, and my eldest son as well. He's put a few categories in there, and it's just a bit of fun. It's just a screensaver, and you can. But this particular one, we have a set of 4 different screensavers, but this particular one has a quiz aspect. So it'll show you an image of something, and then after about 25 seconds, I think it is, it'll pop up with the answer. And you can pick what categories you want. You can have them all set for a sort of general knowledge, or you can have your sort of favorite ones as well, as you're highlighting there. So it's just a bit of fun, as I say. And it's just gone live on the App Store. The other 4K ones, which are just going live anytime now. I think you've had a sneak preview. That'll only probably work on your mobile. I expect that one.
Yeah, when I tried to install it, it does not offer like my phone. None of them are offered. So there was
no. We're just waiting for the other ones to go live, and as you can see there, the 4K ones. These don't have the quiz aspect. They're just 4K images that are randomly popping up, and just and again, we've got specialist subjects. We've got entertainment, nature, sport seems a very popular one. And there's just a lot of random images coming up to brighten up your screen. But this particular one, this quiz one, we're looking at this, and we're getting requests for sort of different categories to be added. So it's going to be continually growing. And I think we might even sort of bring in a video aspect as well, have a video category. So we might have videos playing as a screensaver as well. So we're just, we're just having a bit of fun with it. It's a bit of a hobby. And it's just a bit of a give back to the community. As I say, for all our sort of followers and supporters, take it. It's free. It's ad free. It's not going to cost you anything. Put it on your phones. Put it on. It looks great on a big screen, as you can.
Yep.
I can see on your TV screen behind you.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of good, clean family fun. And you know, who doesn't want a bit of that?
Yeah, and I'll show that on my phone in just a second. But one of the things, if you go into the Google Play Store, and it's not as easy, even if you do the screensaver quiz. I don't know if they can put the Andrew Wiggly in there or what.
You can search for my name, or better still, just go to the website, which I've linked to you. And as all the other ones come online, you'll get direct links to the Play Store from that 4K screensaver website.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull up the website. This is your website here, and I will post that up in the. In
there
just
you go.
A second. And this is, you can directly, or you can download it directly, or it takes you right to the Google Play Store.
Exactly. I mean, I sent you in Telegram. I sent you the Android TV ones, but to be honest, they should all be live over the next day or two anyway. And I think you can get the Sport TV one in the APK Time app right now. But you may as well just hang on and get the quiz one. Have a play with that. See if you like it.
Yeah, let me pull it up on my phone just a second here, bud. Let's see.
Sure.
Let me back out of this. Stop sharing my screen. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right, so I'm going to pull it up. So this is... all right, so this is like one of the maps, one of the map areas. I think this is a map one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If I can get it not to glare.
Yeah, that's okay. So it will improve your geography. I guarantee you that. Over a period of time, no doubt.
And all right, so you got like here where this one's got stars, so it has a constellation in here, right?
Yeah, that was my wife's idea. Blame her if you get stuck on this one. Okay.
So, all right, as you see, it's got the time. You can turn that on and off, and then you also see that it doesn't tell you what that star formation or constellation is.
Constellation, yeah.
Yep. You can't see what it is. So this gives you the time, the quiz part, and then all of a sudden there's the constellation. I don't know, the Queen. Was that the Queen?
I missed that one. I didn't.
But it looked like it looked like the Little Dipper or the Big Dipper. I'm not sure.
I've become an expert on constellations. I think that's the Ursa Major, the Big Dipper, mate.
Oh, well, I don't think
but that's what I mean. I don't know anything about it, but you sit there, you end up learning something completely useless. But hey,
so let me show you. We've got people in the chat. What we're going to do here is I'm going to pull up. I'm going to go through and set this up, and I'm going to put it for just entertainment, and we'll see what if people can guess what some of this stuff is. So what I'm going to do is.
You were struggling with the flags, were you?
Yeah, I don't like them flags. That geography, damn geography. So
I was thinking about putting the. Someone had suggested I put the American flags up, so I think I might do that for you guys.
I don't even know if I like that. Let's
Surely
see.
you should know the American flags.
Well, we only got one American flag.
Well, you've
mean
got
the state? You got state
at state level, yeah.
Yeah. I guess that you're right about the state flag. So I'm looking.
We only got one flag.
Shut up. Shut up. All right, hold on a second. I'm looking for the app in here. I see the Screensavers Entertainment. So where is my screensaver?
You want the Screensavers quiz, don't you? You've got all the apps installed, haven't you? So you want Screensaver quiz. Each app has different categories. Like you've got the entertainment one that's got video games, for instance. The sport one, as you can appreciate, that's got a lot. You've got American sports section in there as well, of course.
Okay, so I've got this glare. So hold on a second. I'm going to configure it. And what it does is when it comes up, it'll give me the categories. And damn it, they're too white. Okay, so I'm going to turn off maps, dangerous animals, in the stars, fast cars, landmarks. So it's just going to be TV and movies.
Fair enough.
So
it's a popular section.
Yeah,
but you got to guess a year as well for the bonus points, mate.
Oh, the bonus points. I'm not good with bonus points. See, this is where Blue's she's gonna rock it.
Not the year.
She's gonna rock this because she is all over some movies.
I'm gonna let
So-
people in the chat guess though, so I won't guess.
All right, so what we're gonna do is in the chat, you guys pay attention, and I'm gonna try to do my best to hopefully I don't catch.
I'm gonna
too much.
type it in here though, where only you guys can see.
Yeah, and in the chat here, you tell us what movie that this is that it is. So I'm gonna go to preview. Oops, preview. All right, it's movie or TV.
It's hard to see, and you're wiggling around. Oh no, you just lost it.
I know. It's because I unplugged it.
Yeah, it works best when it's charged. And if you're on a sort of, if you're on a little charging pad or a little
Oh.
stand-up charging pad, that's perfect.
So what movie or TV show is that?
Come on, Blue, you got this.
See, it's got the timer. It's clicking away.
I put it in our chat, not in the main chat.
Anybody know what this is? Movie or TV show? And again, like Kodiapps is saying, it's kind of if this is playing on your TV, Monsters University. All right, there's another one. Let's see if I can. And this one's pretty easy. But hey, but there's several of them, so you're not sure which one. But if this is on your TV, it's on your NVIDIA Shield or your Android box playing. People can start guessing what they are. Shrink and Sharon got that last one.
It's not Monsters Inc. though; it's Monsters University. It's
It was
part
Monsters
2.
University. Yeah, incredible. Well,
But it's very close. Oh, that one's easy.
Yeah, but what's the year?
Oh God, 90 something, 94. I don't know. That was just a guess.
I don't think you're a million miles away, to be honest. I'll be a bit embarrassed if I get it wrong myself. But as you can see, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? You can just join in, have a go. And as a family, there's kids. I put a lot of kids' images in there as well.
Yeah, and if this is like I said, how many times I've got Google Earth on mine?
Oh.
And this one's an easy one.
Yeah.
This one's an easy one. But you have that playing. I have Google Earth, and sometimes I know we've sit here and I've had people over and they're talking about what image it is.
Yeah, well, we were doing the same thing. We're sat around as a family and we've got Google Earth on ourselves and we're guessing the places. There's only so many times you can look at an Egypt flag, though. But something that appeals a bit more to the whole family. And you can have specialist subjects. So, we've got the periodic table in there. So you can learn something at the same time, or you can just have a bit of fun with TV and movies like we've got set there.
This one's an easy one.
We're going to be adding new categories all the time, and we're taking requests, obviously.
Oh, that one's an easy one. Although I don't know which one. No, I think that's number 1. That's
Definitely.
80s.
Definitely number 1, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's
Blazing Saddles. What's Griffin got the Blazing Saddles on there for?
He had something else bad in there earlier. Teen Slut 7.
Oh, that's the easy one.
Yeah.
It's easy, but do you know the year?
When it first started?
Exactly.
Like how many
8.
seasons? 12?
There's like 8.
Oh, there are
2000.
8?
I'd say 2008. I guess.
It'll make you feel old.
This is the most popular show in all of IMDb. Like 2007, I was a year off. See?
Not bad effort.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. I was a year off of that.
And some of these will test you.
Oh, that looks real old. That's I know what that one is. That's gonna be 60s, 50s, 60s.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, the phone went off.
Griffin.
All right, that went off.
You're getting confused with 8 there, Griffin.
Lee, no cheating and Googling it.
Well, you can't Google it, can you? How can you Google
no
that?
Cheating. That one everybody who's Christian should know.
Christian.
Isn't that 10 Commandments?
No.
Is it?
The
What was it
Magnificent
then?
8. Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight.
Oh, well, that didn't look
Oh,
like
that
that.
one's-
It looked like
this is-
friggin' Moses on the mountain. See, you're going off your phone. No. See, no. Sort
This
of can
one's
tell. I can't tell what the hell that is.
You can't tell what this is?
Oh, that's it there.
Yes, that's the
well.
easy one.
I was talking about
Well-
the one before that.
You think
Oh.
that's easy. You think this one's easy, but we've been quite subtle with the images. What season is that?
Oh, see, I'm
Oh, season. I didn't know about season.
Now you got clues.
Oh, now it's got season 2 in there.
All the clues are there.
Yeah. So yeah, just a fun little thing. I've got it going here. I have it turned on with the cars. You've got some really neat cars,
popular, yeah.
It's really neat. Just a neat little, and like you said, it's family fun.
We'll be doing that at Christmas, Todd.
Yeah, that'd be fun to have that playing, and you're guessing. I'm not real good at those things, but it's a really neat idea. So you said your family just kind of came up with this idea, your wife, and
yeah, I'm the same. Whenever I'm sort of looking at doing something new, if I build something for myself and my family, and if other people like it, hey, that's great, and I love it and I appreciate it when people sort of dig what I do. So we're looking around for something, just a bit of family entertainment. We couldn't really find anything that we wanted to do, and something that we could add stuff to it. So if someone comes up with a category like American state flags, we can add that, and I can just put it in, and I can have it in a couple of hours. So we just wanted something that could grow with us. My son, he's doing a degree in biochemistry, so we put the periodic table on, and you can learn something from it at the same time if you want to do that. But it's just a bit of fun, and it's just a bit of family fun, and like when we're all sat there, you can't help it. It's just very, very addictive, we've found. But as I said, there was nothing else out there, so we just decided to build one.
That's a neat idea, though. And for people that are just jumping in on the show and they're not sure what's going on, we're talking with Kodiapps, and he created a new APK. He's got several of them. That is a screensaver that is for your Android device, and it will gives you an image, and several of them are just screensavers with 4K images and stuff like that. But then the bulk is the screensaver quiz gives you an image, doesn't tell you what the image is of a place or a movie or car or constellation, like he's saying, or even periodic table, but then gives you how many seconds does it give you before it displays an answer?
You've got 25 seconds.
So you got 25 seconds to guess what it is, and then it gives you the answer. Like, there's a constellation, I'm not seeing what it is, it's not telling me what it is, and you can sit there, and if your screensaver's playing, who can guess what it is? You can choose the categories. I showed that earlier. You can choose the categories of what categories you may want or not want. You can uncheck them, and there is the URL for it. It is in the Google Play Store, and it is a screensaver quiz. And like I said, you can go to this website, and it gives you a direct link to it, and you can download it. It's kind of hard to see with my TV. I know with the glare, you can't see all the images. Unless it's a dark image, my TV's not going to pick it up. But there's the URL. Neat little thing that Kodiapps has created for everyone just to check out.
As I say, it's free. There's no adverts on it. You know, if you like it, play it. Hope you enjoy it. You know, it's my gift to you guys.
Yeah, and it's and your website's got a lot. Let's what is for people that may not know about your website?
Which one? You know me, Todd.
Well,
I've got a lot of fingers and a lot of pies.
Okay, all right. So your Kodi. Well, I know your Cody Apps page. That's the Cody Apps page.
Oh God, I almost went there, but I didn't. Just so you know, a lot of fingers and pies.
still going very well. A lot of people like it, and there's some great websites out there too, obviously, as we know. But yeah, it's nice to be associated with some of the big boys like the SEO Michaels and the Kodi Tips, and another couple of great sites if people want to check those out. But it's nice to be popular and well known, and people just dig what I do. So that's always nice to hear.
Well, let me ask, there's a misconception, and you and I talked about this the first time that you were on the show when I had you back in Cody Matters. I had a show with you on there, and we talked about it, and we said the rating system and the ranking system, and I kept saying ranking system, and you said, well, it's really not a ranking system because it's an ebb and flow. And so can you explain, because a lot of times people say, I'm #1 on Kodiapps site, so I'm such a great add-on. Explain how that may not exactly be true, and That kind of
Yeah, as you say, it's a bit of a misconception at times. Some people get the idea that it is a ranking system and it's a best this, best that. Well, first and foremost, there is no best, obviously. The whole chart system is based on user input, and it's a case of what people are looking at. And it's always been what's trending, what's hot, what are people looking at. And what we tend to find is when a new build wizard comes on or a new app, people are very interested in it, and I just try and make it easy for people to find the information. But what tends to happen if it's new, people are interested in it, and because of that, it goes up on our charts, which are a trending chart. They're not a best chart. There is no best. It's just what's hot, what people are looking for at that particular moment in time. It's not a precise science. It's a bit of Kodi fun, but it's to try and showcase what is new, what people are using, and ultimately how to get it. And that's what it's all about. So no best anything, just trending.
And that's, I think, exactly what you were saying about. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen on this, because one of the things, and you said when something is new, it tends to move up the list because people aren't sure about it and they click it. Now, when they click to read it, like this is the Man Cave Tech, and I click it, now that counts as a vote. Am I right?
That's right. You've got about, well, a vote, a nomination. You got five. Okay. You got 5 of those a day. So it takes into account, and there's a lot of sort of things going on in the background. I won't bore you with, just to try and keep things fair and square.
It's like trending on Twitter.
Well, exactly that. It's the same sort of premise, you know. And these are, I mean, this one, Tech Streams, you picked here. Yep. Good add-on. It's still relatively new, so people are still interested in it. And hence it's just, the people want to know about it. And the more often they click on it, it just stays up there on the charts. And what you've seen in the past is things ebb and flow. So a new add-on will come, then it'll drop back down again. And there's another new add-on that comes out and replaces it. And people are interested in that. And that's the whole gist of it.
And this here, we have last week, you have the top 3 last week.
Yeah.
But then here's all of the what position they're in. One of the things I like about this, and this is, to me, what I do like about your website that I don't see on a lot, that you go a little bit deeper, because you tend to say where this fork came from. A lot of times you'll say an Exodus fork or a fork of this to tell you, now see, this here, I've never used this, but Tech Streams, it's a fork of destiny. Or I've seen in the past where you say this is from the Gen template, blah blah blah, and you give information where it's not. I like that you're kind of giving a little bit of extra information. You've not just copy and pasted. You actually looked at it and said, okay, this is where what it is, and you give the categories. You give the Twitter for whoever sometimes, well, not all the time, but sometimes you'll have the Twitter link. And then here is how to install it. And you give all the information on how to install it. Gives and then people can post. People can post in here, and as long as the only time I've seen people get removed when they're just being jerks. And that happens.
Zero tolerance for that.
Yeah. It's not right. But the other thing is, this is just a really cool. If there's an add-on that you're wanting, and you're like, I don't know where to find the repo, because that's always the first thing. Most of the time, when you go in here, you'll be able to find. Let me see you'll look in here, and if you're not sure where the repo is, a lot of times you can find it, and people say, I don't know how to install it. You can follow these steps. I mean, Kodiapps tells you, go to, here it is. Back to the home settings, file manager, add source, enter in this. And then you say, click the crew. You go through and explain it exactly how to do it. So, and so you don't, people there said, well, I need to use a build because they're going to keep me up where these add-ons are. This is a place where you can find those add-ons. And, but just because it's at the top, as Kodiapps says, does not mean it's the best.
It means nothing, ultimately.
It's trending. You know, because I'll say, for example, Saren, which is one of the ones I use quite regular right now.
Great add-on.
I mean, if you got a Real-Debrid, and I don't even see it on here. There's Gaia, which we know Gaia's good.
Oh,
There's
Saren will never file off the top.
Yeah, so it's 9. I would give it, if you have a Real-Debrid account, that is one of the top add-ons out there. I mean, it's within my first 2. And here it is, numbered 9. So you'd think, oh, well, these 8 are better than this one. No, not necessarily, because some of them may be trending up because of it being newer.
Popularity.
Yep. And
and honestly, it doesn't say never, rated add-ons. It says trending.
Yeah, exactly that. I've always tried to get it.
You can't figure that out, then.
Yeah. I've never used. I don't think I've ever used the word best for anything. And I try to stay off that.
No, yeah. But
you don't need to after all the people doing YouTube videos with the best builds ever.
Best, yeah.
True. Everyone's the best.
Yeah.
If Todd says so.
No, I don't even say the best anymore, except for when it was my stuff. Then I was.
Yeah, although he does often say that I'm the best.
That is true, babe. That is true. All right. So, but you've got builds. So if you're a person and you're like, I don't know what builds.
Yeah, I put a lot of effort into the builds as of late. I do a lot of videos. I love builds. I mean, yeah, you've got the developer side of things, and that's the engine room. That's the nuts and bolts of it.
Yep.
But I also like the creative side and the people who do the builds and what creativity they can come up with, and that's a fun part. That's often unappreciated in Kodi. That yes, the apps are important. That they are the nuts and bolts. But the creativity side of it, and it's good to see. And I love doing videos of builds, I must say, one of the fun parts of my hobby.
And I have seen that you do some videos.
I do loads.
Here now, these are some of the builds in this wizard. He goes through and does little videos, which you won't have any talking. It just kind of walks you through the build, just so that you kind of have a general idea.
Yeah, that's all you want to see. A picture paints 1,000 words.
Yeah. So neat idea. So if you're a person, you're like, I don't know what build to get. I've been using the same build over and over. Again, a great place to get some information. I really point people this direction because it's not every build's made for everybody. And then new movies. All right, this is one of the things I don't think a lot of people know about on your site. And one of the things that's really neat is they'll say, all right, let's say Zombieland, Double Tap, just came out, right? And people say, I want to watch this on Kodi, right? Because they're always going to say, I want to watch this. And then they'll say, is there a good copy out? I do like on that, you put right here, what's the best copy right now?
Yeah.
The best copy is an HD cam. That means it's a cam recording of this. That's the best copy right now. So you're not going to find a 1080. You're not going to find a 4K. You're going to watch this in a cam. So if you're not sure if a new movie is in what quality, this can be one of the websites that you check out and use to be able to find out if a movie, what quality is it. Let's see, what was it? This movie came out today.
Well, this is the point. This is the main reason I built Kodiapps to start with. I was looking for a scene release website, and there's quite a lot out there. Let's be honest, release log, etc. But none of them had tracked integration, and that's what got me. And that's what got me building this website to start with.
And all right, so we'll talk about that in a second because I don't know if people use your app for you have a Cody app.
No, most certainly, yeah.
And that uses integrates Tracked. You can integrate your Tracked and manage your movies and TV shows and add them to your collections. But here, this Stockholm just came out today and got released, and here it tells you what quality is available online. So neat site. If you're not sure if a new movie is out, what quality it's in, this can be a site to go to be able to see what quality is even available. So, here's Addams Family. Here's a perfect example. I don't think there's anything of that. Oh, there's an HD cam out. All right. So you can see there's an HD cam version of that. You're not going to find it high quality, but if you're happy to watch a cam, you can find it. So great little site. And I like that you do that. You do it for APK time.
Well, yeah, exactly that.
It's the same thing as the your trending for your add-ons, right?
Exactly the same. Same premise. I used to have it on the Kodiapps site, but the APKs became so popular. To be fair, they deserved their own website, and that's what I did, and forked it off.
And so with your APKs, you find now, do people submit these, or do you just find them on your own, or?
Well, I have a few guys. Helping out behind the scenes. Big shout out to my admin. Thank you very much for all you do. And I have a few guys who do contribute, but for the most part, these are generally the most common and popular APKs for the certain type of discerning viewer, shall we say.
And so you can go through and it's the same thing as the add-ons.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, it actually gives you links of where to download it.
Yeah, you can and you can download from the alternatives, or if you just visit the actual website, it'll take you direct to the site, and you can download it directly off their website.
Right. Off of, and then you have your own APK app, which would be kind of like direct. You're able to download the APKs directly to your device.
You can certainly download that, and you'll be well on your way. Put it that way.
Yeah. And I mean, it's if people remember, kind of like a Droid Buddy-ish kind of thing, where you install it and then.
Well, Droid Buddy, as you well know, that was the precursor, and I thought that was a brilliant app.
Yep.
But I played with it and used it, but where it fell down, it wasn't being as well maintained, in my opinion, as it could be. Obviously, as we all know, you get new versions every few days. So great app, but it wasn't.
Todd and I were kind of involved with that a bit.
I'm well aware. Yeah.
And then the dude that did it basically sort of backed away and
but
great app. And that obviously led on to File Linked, which is which is a brilliant application, which everybody should get anyway. But coupled with File Linked, the APK Time app makes a nice companion, I feel.
Yeah, and these are again, I'm not going to tell you that any one app or one thing is going to work for you. Different things will work for different people. These are giving you options, and each of these will have their pros and cons.
And try them yourself, and if you hate them, then take them off.
Exactly.
Yeah. File Linked. What the File Linked is it's a site where people have what they call a store. They'll call them a store, I believe, and you'll punch in a certain number. Like here's a code. You'll put in a certain number for that person's store, and it will have a list of the APKs that they offer and what versions they offer. So not everybody's store is going to have the same version. Some may have a modded version. Some may have an official version. And it's the same way. You can download this APK directly to your Android devices. APKs will only work on Android devices, so anybody that's not sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to maintain that.
It is. It's a pain in the butt, and And what always worried me was just getting in trouble with it. That's where it got me.
All I did was I don't even know if B used it, but I redesigned Droid Buddy 2 there. I thought it was pretty sweet looking, but then
it was fun, but it got me nervous. It was fun times. So yeah, definitely and these have the links to go that. So APK Time is another one of the things that you have going on. So what other what other projects you got going on?
At the minute, well, I've been focusing primarily just getting these screensavers out. That's been the latest sort of hobby, and that's been a bit of a time eater. But I'm still on my grind. I'm always on my grind with Cody Apps, always doing videos. APK Time, I'm always updating APK Time as well. There's a lot of facets to the sites as well that I have to keep on top of. Like there's just the mundane stuff like sporting fixtures, what channels, and all these need updating, constantly. YouTube videos, that's been growing quite a lot on the websites as well. I don't know if you've seen that on the if you've been into that as of late, but on the website I'm doing a lot more, adding a lot more popular YouTubers such as yourself who are covering Kodiapps, who are covering Kodi videos, and obviously APK Time, I'm covering APK videos as well. So there's a lot going on all across the board, and I'm just having a lot of fun with it, and I hope people dig it. I don't do it. I don't do it for ego. I've always just built stuff for myself, and I just hope people like what I do. And as I said, the screensavers, as I said earlier, is just a bit of a thank you to my followers and supporters. And there's a lot of people who help out behind the scenes who you don't hear about, but they keep my chats, they keep my chat rooms running, which frees me up to allow me to sort of concentrate on development and just giving people what they want, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, this ain't just kiss ass. This is actually being honest. You are one of those people that I try to be the same type of person that's not going to try to take too many sides, not get caught up in the ego part of the whole thing, that this is a hobby for both of us. We have fun. We enjoy it. We both have regular jobs that pay the bills. This is just a hobby. And you create these things, and I never see you, any builder or an add-on that says, I don't want to be on Kodiapps because I don't want the popularity, which is a fair thing for someone to say.
Absolutely.
You immediately take it off. If it's on the list, you take it right off. You don't put it out there and say, well, this is too bad. It's public. This is public.
No, I've never gone that route. And I try and respect builders and developers. Hey, I'm human. I make mistakes. I'll sometimes put up something that will annoy someone. As soon as they let me know, I always take it down straight away. And I do try and respect people from that point of view. Because I always think, well, how would I feel if I was that person? I think, well, fair enough. Yes, it's public domain, but it's, if you approach me in the right manner, no problem at all. I'll remove it and wish you all the best.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is that now that we're in that time where people do worry about being liable or sued or being taken to court, builders or add-on developers create them, and they may not want to be out there public because they're worried about their own safety or their own financial of their own home. They're worried about being in trouble. So to me, sometimes it's best if they stay quiet. And like I said, you always remove anytime someone says, well, it's up on the Kodiapps, and they'll send me a message. They're like, well, it got put on Kodiapps. I'm like, just message them and tell them, hey, I'd rather that go down. It's a private add-on. And
it's usually gone within the hour.
Yeah, it's easy done, and it's handled it very well. So, hats off to you, the way that you stay out of the ruckus, you stay off of the fighting.
You can't keep everybody happy all of the time, and I try my best, and I try and be a bit Switzerland, and I don't like nonsense either. If someone tries to get something added that shouldn't really be added, I try and take a zero tolerance policy to that as well. So I'm all about trying to keep everybody happy and just and trying to keep status quo.
Yeah. I mean, it's there to get information out there, and to me, I'd rather people. I use your website, especially if I'm looking for a repo. I mean, I can go through Kodi or go Kodi tips or go through those things, but a lot of times if I go to your website, it's easy. I can copy paste, put it in my URL, and I'm done. I don't need, I just need the URL for the repo. So
most people do, and that's what I'm here for.
Yep, it makes it easy, and so hats off to that. And let's see what else we got. I was looking through some of the other people that jumped in. We got Fire TV Guru jumped in the chat. Welcome, bud.
Hey,
I haven't seen him in a little bit.
Oh, he lurks. I usually spot him in Telegram. How you doing, bud?
Yeah. He's the thing. Again, another guy that does a lot of stuff. Doesn't put himself out there as trying to be popular or trying to be, ego trips. And that's what Cody's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be just creating something, putting it out there for everybody else to enjoy, as well as use and gain knowledge from and grow.
99% of people share that way of thinking. There's always one or two that's going to spoil it. Big shout out to One Nation. How you doing, guys?
Yep. And if any of those guys want to jump in the chat, if they, I will be happy to send them a link. Okay. Dr. Firestarter Billy sent me a message on Telegram asking me. Yeah, Dr. Firestarter Billy asking me about the best VPN. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a website, and I'm going to give this website. And the reason why I give this website is I don't want to tell you what's the best VPN because PIA works for me.
PIA.
PIA works for you. But I'm not going to say it's the best because it depends on your location or where you are. And you may have some other factors, but I will say go to this website, restoreprivacy.com. They do reviews on VPNs. Read about the VPNs, read the pros and cons about the VPNs, and decide which one of them may fit your needs.
Which is PIA.
Which I'm going to say don't.
PIA is popular.
It is very
PIA,
popular.
Nord, and
Ghost. A lot of people were using Ghost for a while. If Carl was here, there was another one that he used, and I can't remember the other one that he would name. But use a month. Get a month. Don't buy a year. Get a month and try it, because you may find that in your location, your ISP, your country, that a certain VPN just has shitty speed. That you connect to that VPN and your speed goes just down the toilet. So I would suggest to read about them, try it for a month, see if that VPN works for you. The other thing about a VPNs will have servers all over the world. If you connect and you have real low speed, take a look at where it's connecting you to. Maybe I'm in the southeast of the U.S. Maybe it's connecting me to a VPN in Seattle, Washington, which is on the other side of the country, and I'm complaining about slow speed. Well, that may very well be, but if I change my VPN to, let's say, Atlanta, Georgia, I may find that my connection there is a whole lot better. So where you connect, the node or whatever it is that the server you connect to has a great impact on your speed and the reliability of your VPN. But I will say, do some research, try it out, try what works for you. I always try to be careful of, I don't want to promote certain things because I'm not here to sell nothing.
I can tell you that PIA is a good price though, and it's good.
And I
use
use
that
PIA.
personally.
Yeah, I use PIA. I found it to work very well. I did find the thing that I talked about, that I connected to a server. I want to say it was Washington, D.C., and the speed was just crap. And I changed my speed to another city, and boom, the speed went great.
Yeah.
So that can happen. I know the people in the UK tend to stick with VPNs because there's so many things that you guys are blocked from. So many websites are being blocked in the UK that you can't. That certain, like, they block whole things. You know, that you can't use this website because you're using this ISP. So.
Well, depends what browser you're using as well, of course. I mean, obviously you've got the Tor, and what you're actually getting up to be. Use something like Tor browser, you're fine, aren't you? Let's be honest.
Well, doesn't Tor have...
Hold on a second, Todd. For those of you that don't know what PIA is, it stands for Private Internet Access.
Yes. Yeah. And Tor has a built-in VPN, doesn't it?
Well, I think it's... I'm not 100% how it works. I'm not going to comment too much.
Okay, all right. Because I want to say, I thought that I had seen that it had a bit, and that was a reason why it can kind of get around.
Well, it does that, but I don't know what level of protection you've got. So I don't want to use a certain VPN, but there is a level of protection with that browser.
Right,
and it gets around a lot of problems.
Because a lot of times geo-blocked, and if you hear about geo-blocked, what that means is that your ISP, your area, your country, your town, or whatever it is, will block certain websites, and it's geo-blocked, so certain people have to use a VPN to get around that kind of thing. So it's becoming more and more necessary, I think, in Kodi. The US doesn't have too much need for VPN yet, unless you're just trying to hide what websites you're going to, you're trying to be anonymous about where you're.
What porn you're watching.
I think it's important to remember that if you're using HTTPS, obviously you've got a high level of protection out there, and I think it's important people know that. And on that note, in Real-Debrid, the Real-Debrid users, you've got an option on the Real-Debrid website that you can click to just force HTTPS, and once you've clicked that, any traffic through Real-Debrid, you're going to be anonymous. And just remember this, if nothing else, HTTPS is your friend. So you don't necessarily need a VPN. It just really depends on what you're doing.
Yeah. You have a secure connection, so between point A and point B, all the data between it is encrypted. Nobody knows what you're doing. Christopher asked earlier about the app. Would it work on the Shield? I'm using it on the Shield right now. So yes, it would work on the Shield. I see Android APKs. DaButcher, can Kodi Man make an Aries wizard work with Kodi 18? It is the easiest app for backups. No. And the reason why I'm going to say that, I'm not trying to be a jerk. Aries wizard is the people who work on the Aries wizard left Kodi. Most everybody that's using wizards, that's using a wizard in 18, has moved on to a different template. So most of them have moved on to that. You can move on to a different template to get a backup. If you want a backup, if you have it on your PC, it's simple as you copy or you save the apps in your user data folder. Save those, and then that's your backup. You can zip that up, and it's a backup. But I won't say that anybody's going to remake.
Most wizards nowadays have a backup.
Yeah, nobody's going to remake the Aries wizard. It may be it was nice look to it, but the Aries guys are done. And I don't think anybody's going to go and try to retool the Aries wizard. Most of them are using the Fire Guru's GUI, or one of the Aftermath wizards, which the Fire Gurus came from that it was used. So I know my wizard, and just about everyone's wizard I know that's using a build, we have backup feature, maintenance features. You have all that stuff. So you've got all those features that Aries had. So you may want to look at some of the other wizards. You may find those same features are all in these newer wizards, and you can back up what you're wanting. Let's see. Yeah, if you're online, you can be found. Well, yeah, if you got enough money, and if important enough people want to find out who you are, yeah, you can be found.
I see Fire TV Goro's he's working on an auto whiz. I look forward to seeing that one, pal.
Oh, nice to see. Yeah, and again, Fire Guru, looking forward to that. Definitely, that'd be a neat.
He's gonna have to jump on here when he has it done. Yeah, show it off.
Yep. Yeah, come on here, show it, or send me some information about it, and I'll check it out. And if we're putting it out public, I'll be happy to show people, because I know most people that are going to do a video probably kind of not have much of a idea of what's going on. And Kodi 19 is going to be a mess, and it will be. It's using a different version of Python, so we're going to see a major problem come Kodi 19. What's it? Python 3 is what's 19? Is it 19 Python 3? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 3. So I think when that time comes, any add-ons to work in Kodi 19 will have to be rewritten in a new version, an updated version of Python. And if it's not, they will not work on 19. So it depends on who's working on those add-ons to get those add-ons ready for 19. So, and to be honest, I don't know about you guys, but I really still like Kodi 17.6. Kodi 17.6 works great. Kodi 18, I've got 18.4, and I still find crashes where I didn't have all those on 17, but for some reason 18 just seems to be buggy. So if you're a person that's on an older version of Kodi, I would suggest to stay there. I know Blue uses Kodi 18 only because she's on an Xbox, So she has to be on Kodi 18. But
Yeah.
if you're on an Android device, you can be on Kodi 17 without a problem, and just tell it not to update.
There's still plenty of builders out there doing 17s.
And keep your stuff. I was talking to a guy today, in keeping your stuff simple and keeping just a couple add-ons. You can take a basic skin, and install 1 or 2 add-ons. You can use the Kodiapps thing, find the repo, install a couple of add-ons, and you'll find that your Kodi runs so fast with just 2 or 3 add-ons. No extra eye candy, not a lot of stuff going on. It runs
all
quick.
that's for noobs. It's like the prettiness of it, but when you get down to it, you just want stuff that works.
Yeah. It's exactly. You just want. When I click it, I want it to open, and that's it. Well, and you remember, and Kodiapps remember back in the day when I had the DaButcher build. I wanted flashy and
oh god, yeah.
I wanted GIFs going on. I wanted widgets.
I like that build though.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Stick killer though.
It was pretty. It had a lot going on. I loved the animation that went on. I loved it.
You had going. They were great.
Yeah, and I tried to be seamless loops so that it looked really good. The images ran real smooth.
I remember it.
But the problem is that all those things take resources.
But boxes have got faster.
They have. But then it got to a point where, for my own personal use, what did I want? I wanted to click it and it to work. And I didn't need all the extra stuff. So I started slimming down all of my stuff. I didn't really want my name to be, I really wasn't worried about being a popular builder or up on your Kodiapps list. I wasn't worried about being up high. I didn't care. If me and my family used my build and my friends, so that I didn't have to go to their house and update it, manually. That's all that mattered, is that that it made it easy for me, my family, and my friends to.
That's how I started, and that's what got me going with the websites and the apps. Of course, build it for yourself, and if anybody else likes it, that's a bonus.
Yeah, exactly, and it's because I tell you, the more people that you try to make happy, the harder it gets.
Never going to work. Never going to happen.
Look at Andrew says, rest in peace, every box that the DaButcher had on them. And yeah, I remember, and this is kind of a thing. And I tell guys that have I remember my build was 550 megs at one point. And the reason why, and I thought, well, I had all these add-ons because I thought I got to have this sports add-on. I got to have this add-on. Oh, music. I got to have these music add-ons because someone's going to want that. And I got to have all these videos. So I had all these add-ons. But the other thing is that I didn't start from scratch, because what happens is in a build. So I have a build. Let's say I have build version 1, and I have, let's say, 10 add-ons. I have 10 add-ons on it, and I got a skin. But let's say I want to try something new. So I say, let me try this new skin. I download a new skin. Well, there's going to be some dependencies for that skin because that skin needs certain things. But I don't like that skin.
And it still has the original skin in the background.
Right. And so I uninstall the new skin that I tried. I don't like it. I'm going to try a different skin. So I try a new skin, and I try this new skin. Well, it gets new dependencies are downloaded. And then I'm like, oh, I hear about these new add-ons. I tried to download some new add-ons, and each add-on, they have dependencies. So what ends up happening, even if you get rid of some of that stuff, the dependency list grows and grows. And they're orphan dependencies, or dependencies you're not needing anymore because it was something I uninstalled. But Kodi's not going to uninstall every one of those dependencies that you don't need no more. So my build would grow over time because of those orphan dependencies. So I tell guys all the time when their builds get real big, I said, you know what? Do you know what add-ons you like? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, you know what skin you like? Like, I said, start from scratch. Wipe it, get Kodi back to the bare bones Kodi, and then install the skin you want, and then install the add-ons you want. And I said, I guarantee your build will be way smaller than it ever was when you were working on it for, let's say, a year. And you were maintenance for a year, fixing and removing and adding new ones. And almost every time it will say it's half the size. And I'm like, that's because over time it grows. And that's what happened to me with DaButcher. It grew from Kodi, I think 16 or Kodi 15. So, go back and get rid of, if you're a builder.
Start fresh.
Yeah, start fresh. Start from scratch and just see see how small your build can be when you only put what you need on it. So let's see what else we got going. Let's see. Bass says, Cody Apps, I visit your site almost every day. Thank you for what you do.
Thanks, man. Hope you enjoy what you see.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Oh,
right.
ARB. Now tell that story, but use types of cars instead of skins.
I'm just going to go grab myself a drink. Back shortly.
Yes, bud. I love when a builder does a fork of Kodi with the build wizard, and I saw that numerous builds do that. The crew, and I'll actually post. I saw them post this today. They posted this today. They have an APK which has their add-on in it, and another one that I saw was Cellar Door. He has his own APKs with his builds. So if you like his builds, you can actually check it out, and you can actually install it, and it doesn't overwrite Kodi. And what I mean by that is that you can have Kodi and have it set up like you want, install this APK, let's say the Cellar Door APK, and that Kodi Cellar Door will be its own independent installation. So those two won't, they both can be on your one device. So it gives you an option of having two builds on one device. So
one for the kids, one for you.
Yep. And Cellar Door, if you've ever seen Cellar Door, does beautiful work, very eye candy, does super detailed work, and it's just a different look. So if you're looking for something new, you might check out some of these forks. Check out that Kodiapps page. They may have some of those APKs on there that you can check out.
I think I've got. I've got him on the builds. He's on the builds wizard.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video of his latest Kodi build a few days ago, but I don't think I've got links to his forks unless he's got them on his repo, of course.
Yeah, I posted. I have a URL because I posted it because when you download, when you click the URL, it automatically downloads. It's not like a website. So as soon as you click in that URL, boom, it starts downloading the APK. And I think it's got Sonar. It's got all of his builds on there. So maybe something you check out. Again, gives you an option if you want to try new builds without messing up. Because I remember people, when I had multiple people in my house, they would complain. I liked trying new things. I was always trying new stuff. And so I'd have a one build and everybody's used to it for a couple weeks. Well, then I would hear about a new build, or I started working on a build and I was changing it. Well, then I changed the skin and all that. And then they go to watch something and they're like, wait a minute, where's the movies? How do I find this? How do I find that? And my family used to kind of give me a hard time because they couldn't find what they were looking for because I changed it. If you install a Kodi fork, that can be something you mess with all by yourself. And you can mess with it all you want without messing up what the family's used to seeing. And then you can slowly pull the family into the new one if you decide that that's what you want to go with.
Like portables.
Yep. Yeah, Ed said 18 forks. The crew, CDTV, One Nation, Slamus. And I know, I had the One Nations. They've got a portal, and they also have a let's see, I think I have their repo listed. I think this is the repo here. So if you're wanting the One Nation repo, but they also have an APK, a Kodi fork. So if you want to look that up.
And about 100 builds, as I remember.
Oh my God. Yeah, they've that's the thing. One Nation and Ezerman's. Those are two off the top of my head that I can think that have a plethora, and there's your word for the day, a plethora of builds in each of those. So if one build doesn't work, you can use the same wizard and erase and try a new one. And this is for the Ezerman. And if your Ezerman repo, they have a wizard that'll work with that. Also, if you have, and I've been asked this numerous times, Death Star, Destiny of Death Star, or Magic Dragon, you're going to want to have this repo. You're going to want to have this repo if you got Magic Dragon or Destiny or Death Star to get the updates, because the updates are going to come from that. So,
Todd, read our chat, please.
all right. I will send that off to those gentlemen. All right. I got a couple people here. I'm going to send invites to. Wait a minute. Where's Ebony? Ebony, why did you need to message me, Hoss? Because then I got to dig through here. Hold on. I think I found him. Because if anybody that knows, I have about 200 chats in my Telegram between the groups and then private chats. So somebody gets buried down in there. Got a couple people we'll pull in here. Trooper says his build's still working.
Oh,
My build's still working.
The two of them won't shut up in there.
Urban Kings and him are going at it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
They're lucky I'm not drinking, because they won't be gone by now.
oh, you guys behave. So let's see. I'm looking. We've got a couple of people that are going to jump in. And one of the other things I will show in a few minutes, we'll kind of go through the Wako APK. I'm not sure if any of you have used the Wako. I know Blue has it. Kodiapps, have you messed with that APK any?
No, I'm waiting to have a look at it myself, mate. I was interested in what you had to say about it.
It's I did a video on it, a couple videos on it way back when. Really great thing to give you the option of launching things, Kodi, from your device. I'm gonna have BlueStacks open. When I did my video before, I had it work. I'm waiting for those two to try to jump in the chat so I can actually accept them before I go into that. All right, I'm still waiting on those. I'm going to go ahead and launch Kodi. And then I'm going to put it in windowed mode. And let's see here.
I was just thinking I'm going to have to get these screensavers adapted for Kodi, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my next project.
Okay, so I got that. And my Kodi's going to be kind of jacked up, but that's all right. Okay, I got... all right, Lee, we got you live there, Mr. Ebony.
Nice one.
What the hell are we looking at there?
Right, just bear with me, yeah, because it's my first time on StreamYard, so I've got to work out how to turn my camera off.
Oh, Lordy, who knows what's going to go on? Well, I don't know. Who
Just
knows
turn
what
off your camera.
We don't know what we might see. Your camera's on.
There's no snowmen around here.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Allow.
I'll just keep you there for a bit. Beautiful. I'll work it out. It's cool.
Yep. I'm gonna be going to my live screen anyway. So.
Hey, Todd, have you ever heard of an APK called Nova TV?
Nova TV. I saw a message. I saw a video on it today.
They had an update, didn't they?
Yeah, it's a new TV movie, is what it is. It's just another TV movie APK. I don't. I think that sometimes everybody's racing because they think they're going to find something that's new and different. I think there's a lot of them that just work just fine. I want to say, what is it? FreeFlix, I think the last one that I was using that worked, or is it FreeFlix? I'm trying to remember the ones that I had that worked just fine that had RD in them.
I think just about anything with Real-Debrid works well, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, and the thing is, some of them don't have Real-Debrid integrated, so you can't use Real-Debrid links with it. But yeah, that's I'd have to look at your site because if I look at them, I can remember. Was it TTV? Yeah, that's another one that was one of my go-tos. Was at TTV. That worked really well. But those are most of those APKs. It's 6 of one, half a dozen other. I mean, they're just so equal. Maybe the look of it's a little bit different. Most of them are clones. There's so many. How many Terrarium TV clones are there out
Yeah, a million.
I'm thinking about 8 at the moment. That's
Yeah.
fairly well maintained.
Yeah, I mean they're clones of Terrarium TV. So if you have one, it's just as good as the other. And you know, and I'm
not always. I mean, sometimes Real-Debrid is one animal, but the free links is quite another. And some guys are working harder to maintain the free links than others. But ultimately, it boils down to personal choice and what works well for you.
Yep. And I've used some, but I've kind of pulled away from them. I use Kodi or I use Plex. Those are the two I use. And if we've talked about Plex in the past, but you kind of have to have a server or somebody that's going to pull you into their server. And there's so many people selling Plex servers right now.
Yeah, I've never quite got onto this Plex business because you're always reliant on somebody else updating for you. Which is great
That's why I have my own.
Happy.
Yeah,
and a lot of people do that, but they share access.
Yep, my family and friends.
But I always come back to this: if you got Real-Debrid, you can use anything you want, and you're laughing, aren't you?
Yeah. And people complain about the I'm not paying for Kodi. Well, it's $18 for 3 months. I'm sorry.
Well, you don't have to. That's the point, though. I mean, there's plenty of APKs and plenty of add-ons that are doing the free links. But in my experience, and you'll testify, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, and to me, I think you get more than what you pay for. For me, the $3 a month, I get more. I get way more benefits.
Absolute peanuts.
I mean, because it's people. You're not once you use Real-Debrid. I think there's very few people that say, "Well, I had it for 6 months and I never renewed it." There's very few people. Most people, if they have it, they're going to keep it.
I mean, it's even better with the download option.
Huh?
It's a lot better with the download option.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. You've made videos on it, Grindhouse. I've made videos on it, how to use it to download. I mean, you can download just about anything, and you're using Real-Debrid as your
VPN.
Yeah, it's your VPN. It's saving you, and they get it, and then you just get it from them. So, I'm going to show this, I'm going to go through this because. So I've got my Kodi set up here, and then I have my Wako over here. And this is the new layout. Configure host, I'll show that in a second. I'm going to go here to the add-ons. I believe you need this one, I think, is what I kind of need. I'm going to need to install this. Okay, so I'd installed that. All right, so I'm going to back up. Let me configure myself. So here is where it's saying that my Kodi is. All right, so let me see what my system information is here. I'm actually at 19, so I'm gonna have to change that. So I'm at save the host. All right, so let's go over here, and I think I have to bear with me, folks, because I've not set this up in a little bit. I think I had to turn on remote control. I have to turn this on. Since I'm on a PC, it's asking me that. So I have to turn on that it's going to use port 880, and you can see that's the port over here. So it's controlling. I had to turn that on. I don't think I have to set this up here, the username. I think by default, I don't think I had to use that. And so I'm going to tell it to add because I'm at the right IP. Let's see. All right, it's searching my network. I've got a lot of things running here, so it's going to be a little bit slow. I'm running this is an Android emulator, Kodi. this live stream, so it may take a few seconds for this to actually detect.
Wouldn't you know it? Doing a live show and the fucker doesn't work.
Yeah. KO. I want to say this should be green. Hold on a sec. Let me go back over here.
You've been KO'd.
Yeah, I'm going to say this needs to be enable. No. I'm pretty sure that that's all I need to do. Allow other. This is what I need. Other services to control me.
Yeah, we've all been here, spending hours setting up settings.
Yeah.
All been there.
So it's not real hard. I mean, basically, you're turning on. Oh, failed to start there.
Sorry, you were saying something about easy. What?
Yeah. Well, I've set this up. I set it up on my Android, but setting it up through this, it's not wanting to run. So what I might have to do is I might have to restart my Kodi device over here, my Kodi setup.
Yeah, 18 is a bitch.
Yeah. Because once I set that up, the host will actually show green right here. If it's showing red, most likely my device, something's wrong with my setup here, or it's my IP address. So I'm gonna go through. Let's close this. I'm gonna close this and we'll open it back up. I'm running it as a portable. I think when I did the video, I did it as a portable. No. Let's see here. Wasn't under services. Control.
Is that Grindhouse online? Is that Mark?
That's me.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
Mark,
on.
how you doing?
All right, buddy.
How you doing, Andrew? How
How
you
you
doing, D? Yeah, I'm alive.
All right, geezer. Nice one.
All right. So now you see that my connection is green. I rebooted my Kodi. You see the connection is green, which means that it's it actually is connecting to it. It actually reads it. So let's back up. I'm going to back up and I'm going to try.
While you're doing that,
yeah.
Vetiver boys just asking about Real-Debrid app. Can it be installed on the Fire Stick 4K? It's in the APK Time app, the Real-Debrid app. I've not actually tried that. It's a good question. I think it will, but you might need a mouse toggle on that one. Okay, so give it a try.
And if you're just using it to use it in Kodi, there's no need to actually install it. Just authorize it in Kodi, you're all set.
Yeah.
If you want to download, then yeah, you can go ahead and install the app.
The actual Real-Debrid app, for those users who don't know about it, make sure you've got it on your APK. It's a great way of getting stuff onto your system.
Okay, so let me see. I'm going to click on here. See, so I just grabbed a TV show. This is Last OG, See, let's see, what was it? Season 1, Episode 1. It says right here, open on Kodi. So I'm going to click that. Ouch, none or one of the apps is not installed.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so what we're going to do here, we're going to do this. Let's back up. Well, see, I'm trying to halfway do this. I'm not, because before, let's see, I'm going to do this. Let's install the, select my, I don't need that. I don't need that.
Vetiver boy, I don't know why people haven't got it in their file link stores, but it's in the APK Time app. I know that.
Well, nothing against you, Andrew, but I think you can get it from the actual Kodi repo.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
Let's see. If this 18 doesn't crash on me.
Because before
you need a mouse toggle.
Before, I used to be able to tell it what add-on I wanted to use. It used to ask me what add-on I wanted to use, and I must. This is live, so I'm gonna go through this.
Sorry, Todd, you lost me at easy something or other.
All right, hold on. Let me go to Nomos. Let's go to the Nomos. I didn't go to the settings for Nomos because I had to install it. I bet you this is where it asked me. All right, here we go. All right. So let me see which app. I'm trying to look at which one of these.
Ignore the past 10 minutes. Just pay attention to now.
Yeah, I'm all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm looking to see which one of my add-ons I have, because here you got lots of add-ons it's offering. Which one do I want this to play through? And actually, I don't have any of these installed.
So that's like an EIM freaking thing.
You can set it up as EIM. It offers open meta. It offers that. But you have the Saren, and what I'm going to do, so I'm going to go over here to Saren. I'll tell you what.
Scroll down to Super Repo.
No. So, because I don't think on my build, I don't think I installed. This only has like 4 add-ons, and I don't think I installed any of them.
Link, Trooper.
And I don't see
Supremacy. What?
Yeah, well, this is an old one. I got to get rid of that. All right, let's see. Let's go with Gaia. I can install that. I should have done Saren, but that's all right. Let's see if let's see if Gaia has all the. Yes. I'm gonna have to check, and you basically you just tell it which one of the add-ons you want it to use, and then you can see it's got a bunch. It's got a bunch in there, but it just happens to be not any that I'm using. Oh, there's the crew. I should have probably used the crew, which I don't have the crew installed. This is a build I just tossed on here, so.
It looks like it's pretty much set up for using on a phone, so you can just not even bother.
All right.
That'll be funny, but I could have watched Avatar by now.
Oh, ouch! All right,
Fail to install.
Yeah, it's because it can't find Death Star. So I'm gonna show you. Let me go to my plethora of repos.
Andrew, I've got EastEnders on pause.
Very good.
What was it? What was I gonna do? I was gonna install.
Somebody asked for mashup.
Yeah.
There's always one.
Yep. I found a shitload of them on my drive.
Don't start without me yet, Todd. I'm going for a drink.
Yeah. I got a minute. All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna install this. I know, and I'm out of beer. I don't have a beer right now, so that's probably why this isn't going so well.
No beer, no pizza.
I have beer. It's just in the refrigerator, and I'm on my computer right now, so I can't reach over there. I don't have. My dog's not real good at going in there.
Well,
all right.
You took 15 minutes already. Just go get a beer. Fuck it.
Okay, so let's see. It's updating. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to try it with the crew. So we're going to turn that on. Let's turn off Gaia.
Mark, buy a big track. They're like from the 80s that you could program it like to go to the fridge.
Oh, yeah.
it'll dump an apple in the back like cart, and it like bring it half up your living room. Then it'll crash into the wall.
Okay, so let's go back up again. Let's see if that's there.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Let's try. Well, we know we know that Spider-Man is
a good copy.
Yeah, there's a good copy of that. So we're gonna go to play on Kodi, right?
Hopefully.
And let's see. Now over here, it should open up the crew and automatically be searching for the sources if all things go well. Live show, that's what you get.
And you might even have a chance to get a 300% bonus if it picks the right source.
Hilo's found the best source. Okay. It found it. So let me click it.
If this doesn't work, everyone that liked and subscribed, you will get the DVD copy out to you.
Edited.
Oh, and it didn't play.
Oh,
Jesus, opening. How about opening, Kodi?
So you got 74 people now getting free copies of the DVD. There you go.
Okay. Oh wait. Whoa. Hold on a second. I clicked it. I clicked one of the buttons down there.
Oh, damn pop-ups! Stop putting those in your add-ons, people.
I was like, warning.
Or you could just go to the crew add-on direct.
Yeah, exactly. spend 20 minutes doing this or go to the actual add-on.
We've all been there though, haven't we? You know, spending hours on settings, just configuring it just right, and wish we
No, I
had.
don't
Right.
even use Kodi.
Okay, so all right, so what I had to do is I didn't have any of those add-ons that it was asking for, number one. And then I told it to open in Kodi, and there you go. Now, let's say that this was let's say this one was my phone. So this was my phone. I can pull up whatever movie I'm caring about over here. Let's close this. I'm gonna back out of that. So I'm on my phone. I can go on. I can look up a movie. Let's say I look up this movie. I click it, and then I'm telling it I want it to open in Kodi. I have to click my host. I think it was this host. That was my computer. The IP address that I put in there, which was what 192.168.0.19. Because you can set it up for multiple devices depending on your IP address. And basically what it's done is it's told the crew, which that's what I told it to open it with. It's told the crew to find that particular movie on IMDb. And you see it's done the search. So you basically can use your Android phone or a tablet and do all the searching sitting there. You don't have to, Kodi can just be sitting idle. And once you find the movie or TV show you want, send it directly over, and there you go. There's the links, and I would just tell it which link I want it to play.
But can you set it up to where it automatically plays like the best link?
That would be part of the add-on. In the add-ons, if certain add-ons have autoplay, Gaia has autoplay. Most of them have autoplay. I know Saren has autoplay. You can set autoplay, and it would automatically pick a link.
But can you set it up to fix, track, and gen add-ons?
No. No, we're not going to go there. So that's kind of like, if that makes sense to you. I'm sorry, I kind of went. You can see that there is problems at times. I had to install the Namos add-on.
I think once you've got this one set up, though, it's
yeah.
You've only got to do it once. It's like a lot of add-ons.
Yeah.
You've got to run through the settings once to just configure it how you want. But I think once you've done it, I see the potential in that. Certainly, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you install it, I have to configure your host, which is the IP address for your Kodi device. Set that up.
And the port.
And the port, which port normally doesn't change. I mean, unless you've changed it manually, it's normally 8080. And then you have to install the Namos. And the Namos is kind of like that's your plug-in. And once I installed that, what I messed up first is I didn't go to the settings for Namos. And then once I did that, it asked me which add-on do I want to pick. And if you choose two, I think on Kodi, it will ask you which one you want to open. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I had two checked. But you can see there's numerous add-ons, and some are a little bit old, some are gone.
Yep.
But if you're a person that wants Meta, you can use Open Meta. It would open Meta would open here, then you could do the same thing you do over here. And then it plays. But it's got you link this to your Tracked account. This can be linked to your Tracked. So if you have certain shows that you care about,
that's useful.
You do it. And again, it's an easy remote. And again, a little bit. It didn't go as easy as I would have liked it to, but
it's not a bad setup like it is with Gaia. It's not like a 20-minute thing.
No. The main thing is setting up your the IP address, and I've had people message me like it doesn't connect, and I'm like, well, you need to check the address and port on your device. The other thing was that what was it, Zemkoff? There was a Zemkoff. You have to check that.
Mine can't.
So, and look at Mark told me down here. I see it says you need to open the Namos, mate. Yeah, it took me a minute. I got it. But yeah, it's a neat little app. The guy is still working on it. If you go to his Discord group, they are talking constantly. It blows up my phone. I mean, the Discord, they are constantly working. If people have problems, they get help there. If they have bugs, he's helping people with that. So, if you're a person that's maybe wanting to try out something new, it's great to be able to pull up your phone and your tracked and put that all right in there and launch right to your TV without using your remote. So hopefully that made sense to people. I know it wasn't super fast.
Most people want a touch screen anyway for a remote.
Right. And well, all right, Patsy says that Real-Debrid is not a VPN. No, it's not. In a way. What probably Mark meant is that you're connecting to Real-Debrid through a HTTPS. Your ISP has no idea what you are downloading from Real-Debrid. So it's a way of connecting there, and you're kind of hidden what's being transferred. So I think that's kind of what I think Grindhouse said something about that it was kind of like a VPN.
You need to make sure that you've got there is an option when you log into the Real-Debrid website to enable HTTPS. It's not ticked as default. So if you are using Real-Debrid, you want to be using the HTTPS. So make sure you do click that option. Just a good safety tip.
Yeah. And again, I said this earlier, what it does is it's a secure connection between you and wherever you connected to. And the data, the information, whatever you're transferring back or forth between you and whoever you connected to is encrypted. They can't be seen what's happening between those two. So
yeah, and if you do have Real-Debrid, I suggest you go to the website and just start clicking shit and looking around. Because a lot of people don't even know when their subscription expires. They don't even know to go to the website.
That's what I love the most is when someone says Real-Debrid's not working, and Real-Debrid's not working. You'll see the post on Twitter or Telegram or wherever, or Facebook on some of the groups, and the first thing you have to say is, "Is your subscription still valid?" Oh yes, it's valid. I know it was still. I still have plenty of time. And then a little while later, I went there and I didn't realize that it had ran out of date. And 9 times out of 10, that's the problem. Is your subscription ended, and it just.
Well, just check out the website. There's a point system where you can actually get your points, and I think it's 1,000 points. You get 30 free days. So
Yeah.
every time you pay them, you get your 30 free days. And then,
Points.
yeah, fidelity points, and then there's a lot of other things. Like someone was asking me about your video, Todd. Like, how do you do this torrent thing? I'm like, I did a 2-second video. I'm like, here's how you do it. There's a lot of things you could do with it. You guys got to check it out.
2-second video. What kind of shit is that? I don't know anything about no 2-second video. My video has got to be 20 minutes long.
Well, much like women, I'm fast with videos.
Yeah, and he's only been married how many times? Look at her.
Just once.
She's like, oh, that's quick. Hey, T-Verse is in the room, and as well as Muad'Dib has jumped in. Nice to see you, gentlemen. Long time no see. I haven't. Both of those guys have been living life. What the hell are you doing, living life and not being around in Kodi? What's up with that? Like, you got a life outside of this group. I was looking to see what. I don't think anybody on my Facebook group Facebook chat has said a word. Everybody that's talked has been on YouTube. So you know what? That'll be the last time I go live on Facebook. But that was just one of the multi things I was kind of messing around with. So, yeah, that might be an add-on. Check out the Wako app. Excuse me. I will put the URLs in the show notes.
Is it Wako or Waco?
I don't know. I say Wako because I don't know. I don't know. Wako. And I actually asked the developer, and he doesn't speak English.
It should be Waco.
Waco?
Wako is Wacko.
All right. I've been saying Waco the whole time.
Oh, Waco is that place in Texas that.
Yes, it totally is.
Yeah. All right. So I've been saying Waco the whole time. You guys have been hearing it wrong.
Thanks,
yeah.
JJ. I'll be sure to swear in all my videos as I normally do.
So yeah, but he doesn't speak English. He created that. It's a neat little add-on though, or not add-on. I shouldn't say. This is an APK. There's if you want to look at it from the Google Play Store, it was available as on Apple, but it may have been taken off. I know that I've read that there was some issues with it. I don't know if it's still up. It may or may not still be around on Apple.
The newest Apple update fucked up a lot of programs, I heard, for people.
I don't use the Apple.
That's why I laugh at them. That's what you get.
Android. Get Android, baby.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, and again, I'm not an Apple person, but the thing is with so much of that, Apple controls so much and what you can use, what you can't use. I don't want them telling me everything I got to use. I think the only Apple devices I had, every single one of them was jailbroken. That was the only my Apple TV. As soon as I got it, jailbroken.
What about your Fire Sticks? Did you jailbreak those?
And hey, that reminds me. Thank you for saying Fire Stick. Because that reminded me. I've been seeing lots of people. Because actually the new 4K sticks are actually not too bad. For what you get, if you want to look up the promo code through Amazon, this is not a code that I'm getting anything from. Use this promo code when you go into the thing, and it's very likely that you'll save $25. So you'll get it for $25. You'll get it. So
I will agree. They are, the reports going back, they are fantastic.
For what you get, I mean, other than you having to side load stuff, it's a little bit more work to install stuff. Plenty of videos out there to install on a Fire Stick.
Exactly.
Little bit more work. But
so as you people can see, it's $25.
Yeah.
So don't pay someone $100 to give you a fucking Fire Stick with a shitty build on it.
Only $100. Sign
Yeah.
up.
Mark, watch your language.
Yeah.
There are children watching.
Oh, is there? Oops. Damn. But yeah, I bought one last week.
How much?
Hey, I thought I'd be like a lot of the other YouTubers where they have all their boxes up there. No. But look, $25. I bought it, and I've yet to even taken the plastic off of it.
Same as me.
I'm figuring I'm going to I'll fix it up, and then I'll just sell it to one of my friends or family just to break even, as long as I get my money back out of it. But $25. And what's nice about these, the Android devices are, you got a browser, most of them are rooted, so you can do other stuff with them. The nice thing about these is the remote is Bluetooth. So your remote, you can be facing over here or over there, and the remote works. If you have one of the cheap Android boxes, you have to be dead on to that box.
Like QVC.
Huh?
What?
You have
like an advert.
You've got to be like dead on to get them fuckers to work. So, yeah. So check it out. I mean,
Isn't
again,
it voice controlled also on the remote?
Yeah. It's got voice control, Alexa voice control remote. You can't. I mean, $25. I mean,
well, Griff told you his opinion of it again, as if you didn't know it.
Yeah. I mean, and we used to talk total junk about Fire Sticks, and we did. They were
terrible.
They were garbage.
They were terrible.
Garbage.
Didn't you call them dire sticks?
I called them shit sticks. They were terrible. They were terrible. They were so slow. But the Fire Stick second generation was not bad. Not bad. But this one, the 4K, great device. I want to say if you use that code, you actually can get the second generation Fire Stick for like $15. But don't do it. Just spend the 10 extra bucks, get the 4K. The processor in this is really good. You don't have to have a 4K TV. You don't have to have a 4K TV. You're paying for the processor that's in this, the RAM and the processor that just works better. So you can. This will work on a 1080 TV. You don't have to have a 4K TV for this to work. Get it. I don't have any affiliate links down there to try to sell you something. I don't get nothing from it. Just in most, you can only buy one with that. Because actually, I was messing around with it today. I wanted to see if I put in 3, if it would give me $75 off. Because I'm like, I wonder if I bought 3, would it give me $75 off? Because 3 times 25, but it don't. It said that I couldn't do it because I'd already bought something. I've already used the code one time. So box sellers or Fire Stick sellers won't be happy because they're only going to get one for that $25.
Well,
so
that's okay because Black Friday's coming up, so they're saving their money for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I see Teevers posted about the Bluetooth remotes, and there is some Bluetooth remotes. Most of them have the keyboards and all that stuff. Tend to be a little, you got to spend, I don't know, last time I looked at one of those, and they may be cheaper now. Most of the time they were in the $20, $25 range for a good keyboard remote.
Yeah, it's the I think it's called.
Yeah.
And that's something, some of them look like, most of them look like this.
Yeah, the
Yeah, this is a and again, you have the keyboard and you can play, stop, and you got the mouse control where I can use mouse controls with the little thing here.
I can't
This
see the
one's
picture
cheap.
really good, but it looks like, isn't that your pager from the 80s?
Yeah, exactly. I have like a full-fledged keyboard that I use that I love for the
Yeah.
trackpad, big trackpad.
Yeah, and these work good. They're Bluetooth, so you don't have to be pointing at the TV. If you have an Android box or Shield, you can use them with this. Really nice. This one, I think, $12, $13, something like that. You can find those. This is the Re 8, I believe. So definitely worth the little bit of money if you don't like the controller. I really like my NVIDIA Shield remote, but that's my favorite. Just feels so. Mine. This is the old one. This is my generation 1 with that real soft, like it feels like metal, but it's not. But real smooth. The second generation had the battery in it, and to be honest, I thought that they went a step backwards. This actually had a rechargeable. You can plug in the wire and charge it up. Not a fan of the new ones, but these old ones, I don't know why they changed to the battery, which most of the people that have Shields complain about the battery life in the new ones.
Well, maybe they're like seeing how the phone manufacturers are catching crap for not having replaceable batteries anymore, and they're trying to go that way.
I don't know. I mean, this is 2015. Still working. Kodiapps, do you have a 2017 or a 2015 Shield?
I think he went to get a drink.
Yeah, he went to go get a drink. I'm just curious. I know that my neighbor Charles has the 2017 and complains about the battery life. That sometimes it's just it seems like a couple months, and the battery goes dead. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I know that the new Shield may or may not be out at the end of this year, the first this year. Lots of information about patents. NVIDIA asking for patents for the NVIDIA Shield. So we'll see. We'll see how that all plays out. I'm still as happy as a lark with the 2015, 2017 versions. I'm hoping Black Friday, if they go cheap again, I think I'll get another one.
Well, I mean, if a majority of people do either have an Xbox, or I don't know if you could put Kodi on the PlayStation. I think
No.
no jailbreaking or anything.
No.
Well, I mean, if you got an Xbox, then you don't need a Shield.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, Blue has an Xbox, and I used it on that, and it worked. It worked good.
It's because the version of Kodi on it is complete garbage, though.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, all
Kodi
my other apps
8.3.
work amazing, but Kodi so far on Xbox is garbage.
It's Cody 18, and you guys, I know I really dislike Cody 18. I'd really.
Oh yeah.
17.6 is where you want to stick.
I've noticed
you're able to.
on a PC when you're doing a build and you just hit back too many times, it crashes Kodi.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
so annoying.
true.
Certain things just crash it.
18.4 has fixed that.
Oh, really? I've been using 18.4 and I still get that.
18.3 was doing my head in.
I see graphics says he has a Fire Stick and he's thinking about getting a Shield. If you're going to invest, I would say this, in my opinion, I would go the
4K
Amazon Fire K, the 4K stick. That would be where I would entry point. And if I'm going to spend any money and I'm going to invest in another device, I think for me, I would just go to the Shield. Is there other Android boxes you could get? Sure, there's other Android boxes. But the problem is that those Android boxes are hit and miss. The quality inside those boxes is hit and miss. The longevity of those boxes are hit and miss. Why not just invest in what you know is going to last you a long time? There's people with NVIDIA Shields from 2015 still running. My NVIDIA Shield that was from 2015 worked until I took it apart and decided I wanted to upgrade the hard drive in it.
I still remember that.
And I was very sad.
How did it go?
Yeah, it was a user error.
It was user error because when I was taking apart, everything is so tight in there. And when I was removing the ribbon cable off of it, I didn't realize that the ribbon cable was kind of like glued to the hard drive. And as I pulled it, I unhooked it from the bottom, but when I pulled it, the ribbon cable went across and went into the motherboard, which was crimped in there. And when I pulled it, it pulled that ribbon cable out, but not all the way, but enough where those connections were not true anymore. So when I put the new hard drive in, cable hooked up, it wasn't right. And even when I tried to use the old hard drive and put it back in there, it wouldn't boot. So
Have you not heard of USB sticks?
I have one. Yeah. But the thing is I had a 500 gig. I had a 500 gig Pro 2015.
And that's not enough?
Well, it was running a little slow. And me being the person that wants to tweak and mess with shit, I'm like, I'm going to put a 2 terabyte SD in there. And I'm going to put an SSD in there. This mug's going to fly. And yeah. And that was... yeah, I ended up buying another Shield a week after my Shield. After I screwed up my Shield, this is how much I love my Shield. 1 week after I ruined my 2015 Pro, I had another one. I had the 2017. Not the Pro. I had the 16 gig, and I just hook up a hard drive to it because, I wouldn't be without it because Blue can tell you I was upset. It was
a very sad day in the world.
It was a very messed up day. And I was so mad at myself for making the simple mistake. And that happens, but well, whatever. I now I've got that 16 gig. I hooked an external hard drive. I put the SSD drive in a case, plugged it up through the USB. Now I can put all my ROMs are on that. So
Hey Todd, like Ed was saying too, good support for oh my god, I can't even say it right now.
NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the thing about with the NVIDIA Shield, and people would say, oh, the price is too high, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. All right, so if you buy a cheap Android box, how many Android boxes, let's say they update it one time. Let's say 6 months down the road, how many of them Android boxes, even though they'll say update or over-the-air update, how many of them actually even work?
They don't.
Never.
I've got like 5 of them in one of my places over here.
Yeah. Never work. They never work. So the NVIDIA Shield, they're still updating the 2015 version with the software that's coming out that people have for the 17. Yeah.
I had one in this country from Entertainment Box, and it did do its over-the-air update for me.
All right. But that Entertainment Box, now that was a small group of guys that was running that, and that was not a cheap box either.
Oh no.
That wasn't right. Am I right, Ebony?
I think I had an e-box.
You did.
Sure,
you did.
Right? Yeah.
You did. That was the one with that's the one that had the hard drive that was
in the pile over there.
So Lee, how much was that box?
Nothing.
80 quid.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, someone gave it to you.
I won it somehow.
Oh,
Don't know
okay.
how,
But if you would have bought that box,
and then the T85 that come out afterwards, which was Android 6, I won that one as well. It was just like miracles.
yeah, it sounds to me like that sounds kind of fishy.
Yeah,
Win
that's
2
what I
boxes
thought.
in a row.
I thought exactly the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run.
See what T-Verse is saying about Me Cool?
Huh?
T-Verse is talking about Me Cool. Makes the Cam Pro was vetted by Google to be a good company. They make good boxes that run Android TV 9.0. And he said they had a promise to Google to maintain the updates and have.
Oh, okay. Well, the Me Cool is now that's a box, $100 if I'm not mistaken. T-Verse, you may quote me on that. I want to say those Me Cool boxes, they were not a low end Android box. They were the boxes that were $100-ish, $110. So in my mind, if I'm going to go a Me Cool that's going to be updated, $100, $110, am I going to buy that or am I going to just buy a Shield? And if you wait till Black Friday, those Shields that last year and the year before, all around $130, $140 at the Black Friday December-ish time.
They should be a lot cheaper this year if they're actually going to come out with a newer one.
Yeah, but it's good to hear that they actually said they're going to update it, because most of those companies, they make those cheap ass boxes. You're like, I'm gonna buy a box. It's $50. No, they're going to stop updating it. They'll stop support for it, and it's like buying a Windows Me computer. You know, there's no Windows Me no more. There's no support for it.
Wow, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. What was the support for that? Like 6 months? They said
another small thing on that, on the NVIDIA Shield in general. A lot of the more popular apps, Netflix being top of my list, I'm just thinking of right now, do not support high definition, i.e. 4K, on some of the lesser known brands. They do on the NVIDIA Shield, but I think you'll find that I think Netflix, for example, can detect whether you're playing on a 4K device or not, and whether it's authorized. There's not many Android boxes out there that allow that, and let's face it, a lot of users have got Netflix as well, so it's something to bear in mind. The NVIDIA Shield does have that benefit.
Because isn't it the DRM, or was it DRM? Yeah,
I think you're on the right line.
It's DRM. I think that they check it to make sure, because rooted devices could actually capture and record that material. When you have a device, certain devices that are authorized, they cannot record, and that's when Netflix will send a 4K signal to certain devices, because you're not going to record or capture that data or that video and try to distribute it somewhere else. And so that's where Netflix or these, and that goes back to these motion picture companies and the channels. They want to protect their stuff, and they don't want that 4K getting out to everywhere where it can be distributed. So that's why you say a rooted device, which most of those Android devices are rooted. They're jailbroken. They are, the software is opened up where you can do whatever you want with them. And so Netflix and some of the other companies say, well, you're not going to be able to get it at the highest quality because your software is rooted or jailbroken or hacked or modded. So we're not going to let you have that because you may do something else with our content.
Exactly that. There's a small list of Android TV boxes that will allow you to play 4K Netflix media, as memory serves, anyway.
Yes, and you are right, because if now, Mark, you've done videos. I have a video capture device on one of my computers, and I know that some devices, and I want to say like the Amazon Fire, did not like me to plug it into my computer when I would try to capture video off of and sometimes I'd have to plug it in, unplug it, plug it in, plug it in, and it would say device is not compatible, and it would be DRM, some kind of issue. And have you ever had that? Have you ever messed with any of that stuff? And that has to do with capturing. You're not wanting to capture that data.
I have not yet. I still the Elgato that you told me to get. I have it. It's just still in the box. I'm gonna hook it up pretty soon, and I'm gonna try with the 4K stick, and then I'm gonna try with the T95Z I have.
Yeah, I know that I've now. Well, with my video capture card, my T95Z ran fine. It was my old Amazon would run. I could plug it in and get it to run, but I want to say it was my newer Amazon. Maybe that had to do with that 4K content, like Cody Apps is saying. Some of that newer content or that newer devices. When I plugged it into my video capture, because I wanted to make a video showing how to set up a Kodi Fire Stick without doing the damn record the TV shit, you know. I wanted to do it on my computer so you can see side by side, kind of like I did with the Wako. I wanted to show it like that. And,
Only better.
Yeah, to make it look better. But some of the devices I would plug it in, and like I know my NVIDIA Shield wouldn't accept my video card. When I plugged it in that video card, my NVIDIA Shield said nope, it won't play. So
well, if it doesn't work, I'm thinking I can probably do a TV out to the capture card, and it should grab that. The only disadvantage of that would be obviously having to, look through the video and actually talk as I'm seeing what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, that's not the easiest.
The voiceover, that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's pros and cons to a lot of these devices, and as Tever says here, Netflix is blocked on certain devices by brand, and again, Netflix is they're protecting their content. I mean, they're part of they're part of ACE. They are part of. When you see these people getting letters, Netflix is on there. Amazon is part of that because they are paying and creating content, and they don't want this stuff to get out willy-nilly. So that's some of the reasons. And that's, again, that what works for you, you have to decide what works for you, what device.
Well, I mean, if you have a Netflix account and you have a TV anywhere, I'd say within the past 4 years, you're going to have Netflix on it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't get the whole, I got to have this on every single device thing, because Netflix is the only thing that will play 4K. I mean, a lot of people look at Kodi and say, oh my God, it's 4K. But they're not seeing it from the side that we see it from. All these videos are not true 4K videos. If you're doing torrents and you see like an 80 gig file, that's going to be a true 4K. Most of them are just like 1600. So,
yeah, a really small file that they're just upscaling and.
Yeah, because much like the VPNs and all that other crap, all these links that Kodi is pulling are on websites. And every time you click on those, the person that uploaded it gets a share of the money usually. So it's the same thing.
Well, if you're a person that's streaming 4K and on an app, an APK or Kodi, if you're not using Real-Debrid, I don't know how you even do it, right? Because the file is too large. No host can supply the bandwidth that it's needed for that. Shenanigans.
So I think we're all agreed, though, aren't we? Real-Debrid and an NVIDIA Shield. That's what you want to strive for.
And I will. And again, I always try to be fair to everybody. And when I say Real-Debrid, that also includes premiumized, which that's a Real-Debrid. It's a Debrid service, or all Debrid. I know Link Snappy. We had him on here a couple times. And there's other Debrid type services. Real-Debrid would be the least expensive. But I know people tout how great premiumized is, and they said that quality and this and that. Yeah, it probably is. It's a little bit more expensive, maybe double the price of Real-Debrid, if not more.
Try triple.
It's more. But people say how much better the quality is. So far, for me, I can't complain about RD.
Well,
And that's-
there is no quality issue because it's the streams. The streams is where your quality comes from. What you guys got to do is go to all these websites for every service and compare. They will let you compare what hosters they have. And you're going to see this huge list of hosters, but only 10 out of the 80 in Real-Debrid are actually premium services. The rest of them are all free. A lot of people just don't know that. But I mean, if say you wanted to put movies on your Google Drive, you can do that, and you could throw them in Real-Debrid and get a link for them in that way, and put it on your Kodi or your friends if they want to do it that way.
I remember.
Real-Debrid is the way to go. I mean, I was using Real-Debrid when it first started, like 10 years ago, because all of these Debrid services started through porn, which is how everything starts. VCRs, all that stuff. But all the porn sites, when you go on there, that's all they push is Debrid services, and there's so many out there. But I used Real-Debrid when it first came out, and that's all I would use, because I used to pay for Rapid Gator and Rapid Share and all these other services monthly. I would pay like $100 a month just to download all kinds of crap. Then they came out with Real-Debrid, and then boom, there you go.
Because with a Real-Debrid account, and you know, you've done videos, I've done videos with a Real-Debrid account, you basically get an account with Rapid Gator. So you don't have to pay for just a subscription to Rapid Gator. You're paying for Real-Debrid, which you get all these other hosts, but you're able to have access as if you were a Rapid Gator user or a
newbie.
Premium user.
Premium user, yeah. And so it works out to my advantage. I mean, again, you don't have to use it.
Well, this all goes back to, everyone complains about, I see it in the comments here, everyone's talking about the cord cutting.
Yeah.
But these people aren't realizing they're paying $100 to $200 a month per freaking cable. And I know we go over this all the time.
Yeah,
Shut up, you, Kodi. But anyway, we go through this all the time. If you're going to spend $150 a month on cable and you don't want to spend that much, get a freaking expensive box, even a Shield, even though I don't like them because I hate stuff that other people like. But just go ahead and get a freaking Shield. Yes. It's $150 on sale for an NVIDIA Shield. And then Real-Debrid, you can even get a year through a reseller for about $35. And that's pretty much one monthly payment for cable, and then you're set for a freaking year.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that Real-Debrid is the first stoppage to cord cutting, isn't it? Or any of the old Debrid or premium eyes, certainly it's your first port of call.
I know what I do is in my group when someone's like, "Oh man, I got so many problems. This isn't playing for me." I only use it as a free user, just to show people, "Hey, here is this playing. I'm not using Real-Debrid, but if you want to use Real-Debrid, here's what the results are."
Yeah.
I did do a video like that. I put it on YouTube. It only lasted 10 minutes. And I only played like 2 seconds of a TV show.
Yeah, you can't play nothing.
It's ridiculous.
Again, cord cutting is, and I think Mark is exactly right with the cost of what cable costs you. You're paying $100. Let's say on the low end, all right, my cable company just sent me a thing, said $45. That was a 1-year price for cable. 1 year, I would get them for 1 year, and I could $45 a month. Okay, so when we talk cord cutting, it says, well, it should be free. Well, the cord cutting is controlling our expenses. Now, could I get Kodi and all the links for free? Sure, I could. I'm going to have to look for those free links. I might have some buffering for those free links, but I could do it for free. But if I decide that the $3 a month that I pay for Real-Debrid, is it worth the $3 offsetting? Let's say that I go with my lowest rate the introductory rate that my cable company, which is $45. So my cable company wants $45 a month. I'm going to pay Real-Debrid $3. Okay. So I don't get my cable company, but I pay $3 for Real-Debrid. And let's say I get an IPTV service. Let's just say I get that. That runs me, let's say, $8 a month on the high end. And there is more that are higher, but let's just say $8 a month for my IPTV service. So I'm paying $11 a month for all my links for my TV shows and my movies and my live content. Now
and you're getting more than you would actually get from your cable provider.
Right. But $45 would have been, so I'm saving, let's say, what's it, $35, $34 that I would be saving every month. And that's an introductory rate. Most people, like you said, in the US are paying over $100 a month for cable alone. So when you complain about, well, I want Kodi for free. Okay, cut the cord and see how much, if you pay just a fraction of that for some of those other services, what would you gain? I mean, I paid for an antenna outside. I'm in the US, we can get over the air, okay, for my locals. I paid $200 for my antenna with all the antenna and the booster and blah, 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 blah. Sounds like a lot. What if I recoup that in less than 2 months, or maybe if you figure my Real-Debrid, a little over 2 months, I recoup that money in over 2 months. So it's give and take. I mean, when you cut the cord, if you want completely free, yes, you can have it completely free. Is it going to be completely free, hassle-free, perfect quality? No. But I'm not going to get completely free from my cable company quality. Cable company's going to say, I want $100 for damn quality.
And you're watching the same 70s movies over and over again every month.
Yeah, you're not going to watch no movies. Yeah, the movies, let's not even count the movies part, because your cable company, what movies do they offer you? Something that was from 3 years ago? There's no new movies on cable.
And a lot of them are starting to offer you the new movies, but those, of course, are extra.
Yeah. You want to pay $8 to watch that movie.
Yep.
So, when people say cord cutting, that should be free. Yes, it can be. But there's going to be the quality issue and the time, and I weigh it out. My small amount of money that I'm paying, I watch whatever I want. I watch 4K. I have a 4K TV and I pay 4K. I watch 4K.
I think it's fair to say, though, there's a lot of developers out there who are putting a lot of time and effort into producing free one-click links. Now, they might not be as great as Real-Debrid, but there's still a market for them, and they're doing an incredible job. Just wanted people to recognize that.
Yes. Numerous add-ons have the one-clicks, and they're the direct links. Most of them are all RD that are good links. Some will have like 1080. But yeah, there's a lot of developers, and you're exactly right, that do a lot of work to get those one-clicks that simple. I click it.
And that's not easy work. I think that needs to be recognized.
No. I mean, anybody that's on the panel has done direct links. That is a pain in the ass.
It's time consuming.
It is.
Time consuming, and there's nothing worse.
There's always roadblocks too.
There's nothing worse than your links being removed. I mean, I remember when Blue and I, when we were in Bob, and we talked about when she was in Phoenix, and she had this, her section in Phoenix was humongous. And in one day, Google links, or Google removed, 100,000 links from their database. And she says, like, all the shows and movies were gone. Like, everything that they had linked were gone.
That happened to Ghost just recently. And the Ghost add-on, he lost a ton of his TV stuff. So that's why you'll see it's a little bit smaller than it's been. But also, you got to remember with these one-click links, a lot of people were using what's called Up2Box. And that was free. But the problem with that is Up2Box was blocked in the USA recently. So it works in the UK, but it won't work over here in the US unless you have Real-Debrid. So there's another plus for Real-Debrid. And those
True.
weren't Real-Debrid only. Those were just one clicks
It's true.
for everybody.
It works for Real-Debrid in the US. I had confirmation tonight.
Yeah, you have to have Real-Debrid in order to use Up2Box, right?
Yeah.
Because I've tried it in my J
Everyone thought
downloader.
the site folded, but it didn't. It just went down. The server went down, didn't it?
No, it's not the server went down. They just got pretty much told you can't be doing this in the U.S. and they complied.
Okay.
But I mean, don't listen to YouTube videos. They'll tell you the server went
don't watch
down
it,
and they were rated by Interpol and Spectre Fuzz and all that good stuff.
All true.
I only watch your videos.
Inspector Gadget. No, but again, I don't tell people what to use. I'll give you the options. I'll give you the pros and cons. You decide what you want to use. But I will tell you what I use. I'll tell you what my experiences are, and the people on the panel will tell you what their experiences are. For me, I pay for cable TV, or I pay for cable internet. That's what I get. And I bought an over-the-air antenna, so I get all my locals, because that's the first thing people. Well, I want to watch the local news. I do too. I want to watch the local news to see what the weather is and see what happened if there's a crash on the highway. If I need to worry about that.
Why can't you just look out the window to see what the weather is?
Well, the weather, it tells you the weather, but if you want to know what's going on locally, I mean, for me, I put an over the air. Yeah, that tells me what. All right, so that doesn't tell me what if there's a crash on the highway. If I need to take another route,
you could preempt it
or stop in.
Start driving. I can put my my GPS and put my address or put where I'm going, and it will tell me. But you can. It's again, if you invest the money, will you reap it over the long term? And for me, I've been a cord cutter for 7 years, maybe. It's been a long time. I mean, I can't even remember when the last time I had cable TV. I really don't. And
like 15 years for me.
Well, but you don't ever watch TV. I mean,
I do. I watch all the old 50s and 60s.
Yeah, you watch shit that's. We'll talk to Grindhouse about what you watch. He's like, I was watching Dukes of Hazzard or some shit. I'm like, that's from the 70s. What the hell are you watching that?
Because they didn't have good sensors and you could see upskirts and nip slips.
Oh, it's just not even true either.
No,
Daisy Duke fan.
That was Sesame Street.
Oh my God! Yeah,
that's actually hilarious to think that he's all excited about nip slips when nowadays TV shows you full on set. See boxes and dinks all over the place.
But see, the thing with my watching the old shows is, I like how every episode was its own episode. Not you have to watch a whole freaking season or two to get the whole story. I want it, and I want it now. I don't want to have to follow this stuff. Like when I play video games.
Sign of you getting old when you're saying, "Oh yeah, the old days."
Exactly. And get off my lawn, you bastards.
Yeah. Get off my lawn. Get off my yard. That reminds me of Redneck Rampage. That makes me want to play some. Anybody remember? You guys remember that? Well, that was an old PC game.
I remember that one.
Redneck Rampage. You got to drink moonshine and eat moon pies to gain energy.
And shoot chickens.
And you had a shot. Get off my lawn. Was that Blue? Were you here when I played that?
Just say happy belated 50th to UK One.
No, UK One is
last
not
month.
50.
You hit
He's not 50.
Yeah, last month I believe he
Really? Cody 150? Damn, he's just a puppy.
I don't know. I've seen his pictures. He doesn't look 50.
Yeah, he's probably lying. Well, happy 50 or happy belated birthday.
Yeah, it's like half a century. That's like a.
Yeah.
Todd's past that already.
I'm past it.
He has surpassed that.
That's because
I'm not there yet.
I'm a damn vampire. Leisure Suit Larry. There's an old game.
Proper old school.
Yes.
I played the one on Xbox.
He was a naughty guy.
I remember
Xbox 360. They had one. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, we remember that one. That was a fun one.
I remember.
Yeah, it was like when I was I was a young kid, and I felt like I was watching porn almost, like when I got to play that game. Hope none of my parents are watching.
Yeah, I think Mark might have some websites that you might want to hook up.
Yeah, Mark has plenty of those sites.
I gave Griff like a bunch of them. I think that's why he's been kind of quiet lately.
So look at you, Cody 1. Let's see. You, Cody 1 hasn't sent me no message, so I can't send him a link to jump in here to defend himself for being 50 years old.
Well, if he is 50, then it's midnight over there and he's sleeping.
Yeah, well, he messaged over there. He probably don't want to get in trouble with his old lady.
When you're 50, you need your sleep.
I know. I feel it all the time. That's why I'm always sleepy looking. I'm like, help me. Blue sees me do this. I'll be sitting in a chair talking to her. I'm like, just lean back.
Oh, the best is when he's halfway through like a sentence and then I don't hear anything and I'll look over and he's out.
I'm in the middle of a thought. Like, yeah, I think I'm in the middle of let's see. All right, so let's see. Christopher Judd, DirecTV is $180 with the NFL package, not including UFC, internet not included. Again,
$180.
That's the NFL package, and just like you guys for your footy, you guys have to pay extra, right?
Yeah, but $180. I'd expect to be like sat by the
Andrew, that's for hand egg. It's not like rugby. It's not when they wear that padded old gear.
Don't matter the sport. It's about how much you'd pay. I mean, all right. So, all right. One of the things. All right. So for us in the U.S., it's a little bit different than in the U.K. And you guys have.
It's not we're all getting ripped off.
No, but my point is that you guys have Sky and you have BT, and isn't your football leagues, which is in the U.S. that'd be soccer for us. They have two different leagues, and they're on different channels, and don't you have to pay for different packages if you're wanting to watch, if you're like a fan of both of them?
It gets complicated, I've heard, but who cares? I'm on Kodi.
Yeah, but Todd, it's kind of the same with you guys. Like if you like football and you like baseball, you've got to get like if you want all the games, you got to get like the NFL package.
Well, you're right. If I'm let's say I'm a baseball watcher and a football watcher, yes, I'd have to pay for each of those packages. But there's options out there.
They all get together just to make sure everyone's getting their slice of the pie, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. I mean, obviously, Sky pay a lot for the British rights, but it gets put back into the clubs a lot of the time. So it makes the leagues better. So it has to be there, but there's got to be a happy medium. I always feel, and the medium is always price. It's got to be price.
Well, I mean, the majority of the money is going to all these players making $50 million a year.
Yeah, and the leagues would be less. The Premiership would be less, for example, if we had less of these top tier players in. That's a fact.
I don't think anybody who plays a sport should be paid $50 million a year. I think that's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I don't disagree, but
I would agree with the cost.
I do disagree.
Well, I guess it depends on how
million.
Who's worth $50 million? Nobody.
A year.
I'd like to think I was.
You could trip tomorrow and sprain something, and then you're done. It's ridiculous.
The baseball club, football club, wherever it is, it's a business. It's not a sport. It's a business.
Exactly, it's a business.
It's still ridiculous.
So
I don't know anybody that makes $50 million a year, being an accountant or being a construction worker.
Sponsorship. Everything. It's a business. It's not a sport like soccer in the UK. It's not a sport.
I know. It's ridiculous. Is what it is. And now everybody pays way too much to have to go see them.
You pay your employees accordingly to what you're making financially a year, and it's a stupid amount of money. But at the end of the day, everyone goes, just like running around a pitch all sweaty carrying a bowl.
Well, you know what? Yeah, maybe you make $1 million a year, but $50 million. Come on.
They're making money for the business, for the bosses.
Yep.
I can barely hear you.
Yeah, but I do agree. I think that the cost. I think that if you took away, and you're right about the business model of it, and that the business is making this much money, so the employees who are the employees of the players are making this much. But I think that the cost is like doing this, then so that the pay is this. We continue to keep the cost. So ESPN, I was watching a program talking about how much ESPN is paid in the US. ESPN is paid more than any other channel out there. So for you to have ESPN on your cable or satellite, it's going to cost you, 7 or 8 times more than any other channel. But you can't not have ESPN because ESPN is so popular. ESPN is also paying all these the college teams or the professional teams or whatever sports. So then it falls back to the user, the consumer, to pay more so that you can pay the colleges, which want more. So you got the end customer, the end user has to pay more. They have to continue. It's like a cycle that never ends.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, so now this player needs to make $41 million a year. I'm sorry, $41 million for 1 year. It makes no sense. Now, is that team making so much money that they can afford it? Sure. But why should the team be making that much? The team is charging ESPN or BT Sports or Sky Sports or tickets to sit in the damn stands. I wanted, to go see a game, let's say hockey, to go sit in the stands. If you want a good seat to watch the Hurricanes, you're going to pay $200 or $300 to sit in the stands. Why? For one seat.
That's the way the world is. The more popular something becomes, the more people are going to try and take advantage of it.
It's crazy.
Same thing with Kodi.
Yeah, and I mean, all right. So AA says because they're short, their career is very short for athletes. They must prosper. Okay, so if you make $10 million, you can't live the rest of your life with $10 million. But no, we got NFL guys that's got to make 110, or NBA players. I need to make 120 million for my 5 years. 120 million.
Otherwise, I won't be able to feed my kids.
How am I going to
then
live?
they retire, and 2 years later they're broke.
Yeah,
and that's poor
that's because
management.
they're idiots. That's because of all the damn concussions. If we're talking football.
Talking of NFL, did you see like the seats links for the NFL at the weekend last weekend? We're gonna bang it up again this weekend. For
What, in Deceit?
Yeah, Deceit.
NFL, I will say, I looked at Deceit last week, and people talk about I want free links and I want to pay for IPTV. You guys have done a bang up job with some of the links in these for these sports. People and I, to be honest, when I had my IPTV service, I didn't need to worry about free links from an add-on because I had an IPTV service. Who cares? When my IPTV service went down, and I like NFL, so I wanted to watch the football games, and I started looking through some of these add-ons, which are like these completely free, and they have these sports links. I was blown away at the quality of some of the NFL links that I was able to watch. I'm thinking, I don't have to have my IPTV service because I can watch this for free.
Exactly. It's been one of my things I wanted to do a video on, is showing people to actually look through the add-ons. And, yes, I make builds, but just because I put something in the menu doesn't mean that's all that's in the build.
Yeah.
You got to look through the add-ons. You'll be surprised at the stuff you see. I mean, we can't link a menu to everything in every add-on. Otherwise, you're going to be like, oh my God, why does this thing have 500 menus?
Yeah.
People take it for granted. These links that suddenly appear in their add-ons, there's manual labor involved with putting these links up, and
Yes,
a lot of users don't realize that.
Yeah, I've done videos on that people like to go and click the first link. They want Netflix. Well, guess what? We're not paying millions and millions of dollars for servers. Mm-hmm. Our servers only cost us $20 a month or something like that.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about the way that, and for the end user, for these newbie users that understand about the links, and let's say we go into an add-on and it has link 1, link 2, link 3, link 4. Okay, someone's manually went in and found that game, that particular game. They found it on the internet. They got the URL, and I'm gonna make this simplified, just for simple terms. They took the URL for that for the link that they found, and they put it in as link 1. They went and found for the same game. They found another link on somewhere else. Here's link number 2. I'm gonna put that in there. So they've went through and manually put in those links. Now let's say that you go as a user, you click on link 1 and it don't work, and then your link 2 it don't work, and you're like, this add-on's crap. Well, what happens is sometimes that link 1 may die or may get overwhelmed because so many users from all over the world, not just in that one add-on, but from all over the world, the browsers have been clicking on that particular link. And the server says, I can't take no more. No more new traffic. We can't take no more. That's when that link dies. So when you say, well, that link, this add-on doesn't work, someone's went through and put each one of those in there. So sometimes you may have to go to the 3rd or 4th link, and someone's manually put it in there, and it'll work. A lot of these add-ons, and I think that it's people forget about. I want to say like the Deceits, or the Death Stars, or the Crew, or is there any ones that? What are some other ones that I'm thinking off the top of my head? They have like that are playlists that people are putting in. They're not scrapers. They're actually people putting in those links, and they're hidden gems. Magic Dragon, yeah, Magic Dragon do it, and they're hidden gems. If you take a little time, you can find these good links, and it's not hard. I mean, you go to sports, you go to the sports you care about, the game, and you click it, and like Lee says, there may be 3 or 4 or 5, 6 links there, and click it, and if it works, great, you're watching, and if it don't work, go to the next one. It doesn't take any damn time to do it. So hats off to a lot of these guys that making these links. And I know Cody Apps talked about these direct links, people doing it for movies or 4K, or that takes so much time.
It does.
And it's they're not expecting no money. They're not asking you to pay, the money. You're not having to pay for anything. Just click it and watch it. So, hats off to those guys. So I'm going to go through some of these comments before we roll out because it's 2.5 hours.
Andrew, can I just say, on behalf of One Nation, thanks for hosting our content on your website. It's much appreciated. It helps a lot of people out with these downloads. Thank you very much.
Oh, glad to be of service, mate. As long as people are getting what they want, that's what I'm all about.
As I always tell people, that's the way to get your URLs. Don't just Google stuff. Go to Kodiapps. Get the actual URL.
Yeah. Well, I try my best. I'm not perfect, but I try my best.
That's sweet. Appreciated.
So I'm going through.
Love in the air.
Yeah, I worked with
wonderful.
Worked with Kodiapps for a long time, and he's
a lot of reaching around.
He does a good job, and he'll listen to you. If you got a problem with something, he'll fix it. Plain and simple.
I call him and I just want to talk about some of my problems, and he ignores me.
That's what Blue is for.
Yeah, well, sometimes I'm talking about her. I'm like, I'm having problems. No, I'm just messing. It's like I said earlier, just one of the guys that doesn't really. He's not here asking. He doesn't have his hand out asking for a bunch of money and saying, "Hey, well, you got to pay for our premium service, or click this link and you're going to get it." Just it's there. Look at Ed B says he just fired up the Hurricanes game and in the crew, and it worked. And that's the thing. I mean, I've so shocked because I haven't used free add-ons in a while, and until this IPTV's thing came up, I hadn't checked it. And when I started looking for games last week, and I was amazed. The red zone. I like the red zone because sometimes if my team isn't playing, I don't care. So I'm going to watch from game to game. And I was blown away with the quality. I'm amazing. So I'm going to post real quick before we roll out of here some of these repos, and you guys can check these repos out. This is the Kodiapps website that you can check out that has a lot of the information for the stuff. This was for his 4K screensavers we talked about earlier. And then I had actually had the One Nation's repo. So if you're looking to get something from One Nation, and I know we had for the Cruise add-on, if you want to install that, as well as the APK. Oh, and Ezraman's, I think he's got links, and he's got some Destinies in there, or Death Stars in there. Magic Dragon.
And my repo will both have Death Star and Destiny of Death Star in it.
All right. Send me a message with yours. I don't think I had that. I didn't save that as one of my banners. So just send it to me. I'll let, as while you're sending that to me, I will go ahead. Lee, go ahead. I'll let you finish up with what you got to say. If you got to say anything to say, we're going to wrap up the show.
Right, basically, all sports fans, like, you've got your weekend coming up now of your soccer, NHL, hockey. Is it Sunday for, like, your handy? That's all coming up. But check out the seat. We'll like bang some proper links out for it.
And that's gonna be in the One Nation's repo, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and I posted that there. So if you guys are wanting Deceit add-on, there's the add-on, the repo. If you're not able to grab that information, look on the Cody Apps. Help! I've been captured, kidnapped. So okay, let's see. Mark, do you have anything that you want to finish up with?
The only thing I'm doing is updating builds and adding to my add-ons. Putting a lot more nudity into the boobs and beer add-on, and I'm expanding the 80s add-on. Doing like a lot of full albums and stuff like that, and documentaries.
Nice.
We'll have to collab on this one, Mark.
What's that?
Porn and beer. We'll have to collab on this one.
There's lots of, well, it's not mainly, there's like one or two sections for the beer part. Most of it's boobs.
The build will never get done. It's
very popular.
Contemplation. Here we go.
Yeah, I told Andrew, I told Kodiapps that, yeah, my add-on was #1 for a year. He's like, well, everyone likes tits.
That's pretty much verbatim, yeah?
Yep.
All right, Mr. Cody Apps, anything you want to close up with?
No, not really. I was just, if you feel like you want to and you've got use for them screensavers, it's a bit of a thank you for all my followers and supporters and everybody who contributes to my project. So, yeah, download those screensavers. They're ad-free and they are free, so enjoy.
Yeah, very cool. Like I said, we showed that earlier. If you've missed the show, go back and you can watch the early part of the show where we showed about that plenty of things. What I've got a question, and I thought about this earlier. So your screensavers quiz does not have 4K. Are you going to make those images 4K or what's?
I probably will do. I think there's a few more screensaver projects. I'm having a bit of fun with them at the moment. So I think a video screensaver is probably next. I don't quite know what format that's going to take, but the quiz one, I think that's from the feedback I've had, people seem to like the quiz one more. So 4K images will be coming on that. I think that's fair to say.
All right. And again, you can go into your device that works on a Shield, an Android, your Android boxes, your Fire Sticks, and all you do is install it and then tell it that you want to watch the screen. Click on preview for the screensaver if you don't want to wait.
I think Fire devices, I think screensavers work in a different way.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it's going to work on Fire devices. I need to have a look into that.
Okay.
I think the next project I've got is getting these screensavers to work. Maybe putting them in a Kodi repo somewhere or creating a repo. I've not quite decided yet, but that's the next project. and then we'll see. You know, we'll see if people like them. If people like them, I'll run with it and build. But I'm always building something. I'm always working on something. I just like to have a little bit of fun. I'm like you. It's my hobby. So as long as people dig my work, I'm cool with that.
And again, you can check out, you can go to the 4K screensavers.com, or you can go to his Kodiapps. There is links to the 4K, the 4K screensavers. There is links in there. So if you want to go that way, but it's Kodiapps has what we talked about earlier. It has the builds, the add-ons, the APKs. It's got the movies, the TV shows. We showed that earlier where if you want to know what quality that movie is in, it shows it. It tells you this is the best quality. So
add it to your tract from there. That was the main reason.
Yep. And that was on there. So definitely. Check that stuff out. That's on the Kodiapps.com site. Check that out. Put it as a bookmark. When you got some time, poke around in there. Miss Blue, what you got going on?
Absolutely nothing, and it's wonderful.
All right. And then I see Teaver says that he'll come and join one of these times when he wants to talk about boxes. I'm fine. I'm great with that. If you want to talk about boxes, Teavers, come on. And because, I've tried some boxes, but if you've tried more boxes and you want to pros and cons, hey, I love to have people on that can talk about different aspects of streaming. It's not just Kodi. It's not just APKs. It's not just builds or add-ons. It's about all the different aspects of cord cutting or cutting back. So, yeah, definitely, Teavers, if you want to come on for that, I'll be happy to have you on.
He also says he wants to bear your children.
Bear my children. Well, I'll see what I can do about that, Teavers.
Yeah, I'll rent them out.
Yeah, you can have my children. I've got 3 of them.
I can. I'm gonna have me some more babies. So, okay. So, all right. I'll go ahead and finish up. Thanks for everybody. Hold on a second. Teavers is messaging me. All right. So we'll talk later, Teavers. Message me on Facebook or Telegram, or you know how to reach me. So reach out to me. Thanks for everybody watching. I know this show went forever. But hey, I enjoyed having some different people on. I enjoyed having Kodiapps and Grindhouse and Ebony on here, and Blue. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for talking about different aspects.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. This isn't streaming. Is not a one fix fits all. Streaming, different things will work for you than work for me. I hope that we gave you some options. You can weigh your options, pros and cons to each of those things. There's none of the people on the panel asking for your money. There's none of these people are saying, here, click this affiliate link or buy this device. We're just here giving advice. Take it for what it's worth. If you want to learn from it, we'll probably have a show next Friday. If you would like to be on the show, if you're an add-on developer, an APK developer, a builder, or you've got other things going on that you'd like to share with the group or talk about it, hit me up. I am available. I don't discriminate about, as long as you're not a jerk. Just come on and be open-minded and discuss without a bunch of ranting and raving. Come on here and we'll hang out and discuss stuff.
Let's wait until Shannon's not fasting, and then she'll be like drinking again.
Yeah. Do we have to do it on a different day?
I'm fasting.
She's fasting, so no drinking tonight. That's why she's not as chatty tonight. Oh. She gets very chatty when she's been drinking the wine.
I thought it was Xbox.
Huh?
I thought she was on Xbox.
Nope. It's just not the wine night.
No. Just water.
Yeah. So thanks for everyone coming on. It's a great show. Thanks for watching. And as always, streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. Booyah, folks. Later.
Oh, God. Really?